Good morning, everyone. This is Omoyele Sowore here, reaching you live from Abuja. Happy Sunday to all of you. Came in a little late today because I slept a little late last night as well. But I just wanted to reach out once again, as promised, that we will ensure that we keep talking prior to 2023, discussing issues affecting Nigeria, Nigerians, and the rest of the world, and how we can rescue our country. I'm reaching you today and asking that you do what we know how to do best, which is ensuring that when we start this program, we share extensively on our timelines. Today, I want to talk about Nigeria and what happened yesterday or day before yesterday in Sri Lanka, and the concept of failed states. When I mean failed states, states that fail in their obligation to their citizens to protect, to do what they need to do. The states that fail in terms of all economic and political indices. So Nigeria is in that region. But some very key things happened in Sri Lanka that I saw posted by a lot of people yesterday. And I wanted to come in today and ask why Nigerians were so interested in Sri Lanka day before yesterday and yesterday, as the people of Sri Lanka in their thousands stormed the presidential lodge, dislodged their president, and the president had to run away. Why was it that we're so interested in that particular episode? That's why I included that in the topic for today's Sunday. Meanwhile, let me welcome all of you who are here while you keep sharing this link. I want to welcome all of you who have joined us this morning. I want to welcome Eddie, Dola, Ebere, Vima, Chima, Ambassador Colin, Sedi, Adebisi, Kalejaye, Timitokwe. And if you want to speak, please join us. Sorry, I have a little head cold. So just join us. You know how to join and speak. My job is to approve if you join. And when you do get a chance to speak, first is to introduce yourself. I know today's Sunday, so many people are in church already. Introduce yourself and just go straight to the topic. Olisa is here, SK is here, Kenny, Imisi, Sunday, Adegbosin, Rico, Kabiru, Emmanuel, Felipe, Osarity, Advocate, Ademiju, Olajide. 107 is where we are. Comfortable place to start this event today. So if you want to speak, please indicate and we'll approve you. Hey, why? Okay, let's hear why has indicated that they want to speak. Please just share this across the board. If you have questions, you have comments, you have other things you would like to say, this is a place to say it. We're also planning another show in the evening, and that one will be video, so be ready for that as well. So happy Sunday once again. You're very welcome. Derek, can we take you first? You're welcome.
Good morning. I don't know what the time is where you guys are.
It's 9:07 a.m. West African time. I'm in Abuja.
Okay, great. Well, it's morning here too. So I just wanted
to
say this. I'm in Malta in the EU.
Okay. All right,
okay, great. Ahead. Yeah, well, first of all, it's an honor to be speaking here, speaking to you all and speaking to you, Mr. Omoyele. I've followed you since, since a long time now, and I'm really, really, really grateful for everything you've been doing and your tenacity and your confidence and, what you have created, the hope you have given. But I want everybody to listen to me. This goes beyond us. This goes beyond today. This goes beyond what we're looking at now. What's happening right now is very deep. Why? Because the world is changing. We have all seen what happened with the war going on with Ukraine and Russia and how Africans were treated when they were trying to get into Poland. Now, we have been misusing this time that these people have given us, this time that they have let us come up and act like, we are equals. I mean, if Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all these guys did not sacrifice for Black Americans in the United States of America, we as Africans would have no reason, would never be let in. And yet we have been misusing this time that we should have used to educate ourselves, to go into research and development, to get ourselves back to up to where we should have been. We're ahead of a lot of countries in Asia and in the Middle East when we got our opportunity with independence. And better still, we found gas again. So we found a good way of revenue. And what have we done with it? The truth is that what is coming, I mean, even as we have been watching on the news and we have been seeing things that are indicating that a wider conflict in the world might take place, we as Africans are at the most risk, because what will happen if things bust now? What will happen is they'll secure the natural resources. We don't have air defense. We don't have anything. Chinese warplanes. It will be between Chinese warplanes and British warplanes who gets to the Nigerian oil fields first and who secures it, because they need that oil for the war effort. And what will we be? We'll be turned back into slaves. We'll be turned back into the mines. We'll go and start working in the mines because they have no other good plan. They have no other plan for us. That is where they see us, and that's where they have tried to keep us at. And yet we have sat back with folded hands and let old men do this to us and do this to generations unborn. This is serious. This is not a Nigerian problem. This is an African problem. We are 1 billion Africans. We're 1 billion people with the same problem. Disrespect. We're being looked down on everywhere we go. I'm just trying to say this is not about Nigeria. It starts with Nigeria because we have the most potential in human capital, in natural talents, and in God-given minerals. So now we're talking about whether it's going to be your party or Peter or... this is not about that. We need to vote wisely because this is not about Nigeria. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. We might not even be in a position to be called a country if Putin goes crazy tomorrow. We have nothing, and we are letting ragtag guys, ragtag men on motorcycles and in Toyota pickup trucks with GPMGs come and terrorize the whole country of 200 million people. I'm just trying to say, Omoyele, if you get there, remember that what we need are attack helicopters. We need attack helicopters and recon helicopters. We need to get our business right with the Americans, and we need to buy these attack helicopters from them. And we need to create reinforced steel and reinforced concrete bases all around the trouble areas. We need to divide our airspace and have 5 helicopters covering every kilometer and see how these people will move.
Well, Derek, thank you very much. Thank you. I just want you to understand a lot of people who want to speak. But I'll quickly just respond to you. Brilliant submissions you've made. We need to look beyond now. And I've always said that to our people, that our problems are not just going to be solved by our own elections alone. There's a greater need for someone who understands the way the world works. what brought Africa to where it is today is because of the incompetent leaders who play second fiddle to, the global leaders around the world. That did not happen in Singapore. It did not happen in the United Arab Emirates. But it kept happening in Nigeria. You keep putting people who have no liver, who have no courage, who have no understanding of the world into office, and this is what you get. With regards to war machines that you are proposing, yeah, you can have attack helicopters, but with the kind of leaders who are sabotaging Nigeria today, if we have 100 attack helicopters, they would have handed them over to Boko Haram. It is becoming very clear now, Derek, that the jailbreak that happened a week ago was organized by the Nigerian government in order to secure or get those who were kidnapped on the train released. Immediately the jailbreak happened. 7 of them were released yesterday. 7 of them. So it was an arrangement. This is the worst that can happen to any country, to have leaders who can go into meetings with terrorists and say, listen, you go to Kuje prison, break it open, take whomever you want amongst those of your leaders who are in detention there. And you can give us the people you kidnapped from Abuja Kaduna train. So it's a lot more than just getting those attack helicopters. It's about using the attack helicopters, if you have them, against your enemies. In Nigeria, the few we have are being used on innocent people. About 20 villagers were killed in Katsina last week because an attack helicopter or an attack jet was bombing the wrong place. And I'm sure it could have been deliberate. So let's just have you go to the listening gallery. I will take another person. I want to take a lady who just joined us, Titi Lope. I see you there. Please, can you take it away, Titi Lope?
All right, thank you so much, bro. Yele. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Where are you reaching us from?
I'm from Lagos, actually. From Lagos.
All right.
Okay. So here is it. I like to listen more to people when they talk about the Nigerian issue and the way forward. But I feel like most of the times we tend to look at it from high towers without bothering about the foundational issue. One of the things I've learned from my experience being in the government, outside the government, being within the civic space, and even being an ordinary Nigerian is that Nigerians, they do not like oppression only because they do not like it when they are the victim of that oppression. Now, you see beautiful, amazing, intelligent people like Sowore. You see so many other intelligent people day in, day out, putting themselves forward to want to serve Nigerians. But you find out that the same Nigerians they want to serve mock them. The same Nigerians they want to serve are their biggest opposition. Why? Not because they don't like good things, but because they just feel that, see, this whole system, this whole rot, so far it's benefiting some of them. It's not a problem. They don't care about some smart head Jude coming in here. And so in recent times, why do we have people saying, oh, it's enough is enough, we want a better Nigeria? Because the breakfast is already becoming a general thing. We are all getting it. Now, when you talk about us, having these big tankers and what have you to fight this, to fight that, Chinese guys, all of that, it will never happen until Nigerians are ready. Now, apologies to anyone. There seems to be this tide now with the obedience and what have you. Why? Don't be confused. Don't confuse that with the fact that, oh, Nigerians are conscious. No, it's not consciousness. It's everyone is going this way. I think this is where I should go. Unless and until we understand what the fundamental problems are, unless and until we draw a map as to how to fix it. I'm from Kwara. And 2019, there was the Otoge and what have you. Right now, a lot of people are causing the same Otoge. Why? Because we were more interested in booting out people and getting into power, and not to get into power to work. We're more interested in getting to the wheels of the vehicle and not to drive the vehicle to the right destination. So until every one of us, I mean you, me, see, an average Nigerian youth or an average Nigerian is selfish. Nobody is thinking about tomorrow or a better government. That is the truth. You see, people mistake access to power and capacity. So no matter what we say, no matter the number of Twitter spaces, no matter the protests, no matter the policy and whatever, it won't work if the people are not ready. So we do not just need strong leaders, but we need strong institutions. And to build that strong institutions, it starts with you and I. So shouting useful, obedient, whatever you, is not you being patriotic. It's not. It's you making effort to actually make Nigerians to understand what the problem is and help them to be pro-Nigerian, not pro-individuals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Titi Lokwe. We've not had a female on this show for about 2 weeks now. But you came in and you just brightened the space for us. I really want to appreciate you for your very powerful submission. I'm going to keep you around in case if you want to jump back in to respond to any of the issues that have been discussed here today. Once again, you're all welcome. If you're just joining us, we are discussing Sri Lanka, Nigeria, and failed states. You know, I decided to pick this topic because I wanted to look beyond the borders of Nigeria. And Derek started us very well on this. Yeah, yesterday, everywhere I turned, everybody was posting the short video of the invasion of the presidential mansion in Sri Lanka. And these were Nigerians. And I was like, wow, this is interesting because this was a proposal that we made in 2019, that Nigeria was in need of a revolution. Everybody should come out. But like Titi Lokwe said, even when those who were against the revolution now protest movement in 2019 are now claiming that the revolution is here, simply because they have been bamboozled and steered in the direction of another confusion. We know this because this is something we understand very well. It is elementary to some of us when you see some of these well-packaged fraud thrown at people, and we cannot stop talking. It's not possible because we've been talking for a long time, and we cannot allow confusion to envelope our sense of reasoning. We are lights in the place of darkness, and our light is so strong to even penetrate clouds in the way we have done politics. So let me take Olaide. Olaide, if you're there, please step on the podium. Olaide.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. How are you today?
Fine, sir. I'm happy to be among your conversation. In fact, I just logged into my Facebook. Suddenly, I saw that you are on a particular, this thing. So just to cut the issue short, regarding to what we are passing through in this, country, most time I do find it so difficult, even though to sleep, I have, sleepless nights. Because every time I watch you, on Facebook, on Twitter, I see the way you comment, I see the way when it comes to interview, I see the way you interact. You really, when it comes to issue that comes to like challenges that are passing through in this country, you make sure that you say the facts. You make sure, even though when it comes to history, you go back to the history, and when things are so somehow, even though if people are unable to get it right, you take them back to, like, now, for instance, okay, you people should go back to 1960 something, go back to 1970 something, go and see what happened, and you will make sure that, in all your arguments, you make sure you back it up with evidence. In fact, I have never seen this kind of a man like this. I could remember when you were restricted in Abuja for like 3 years. For like 3 years. Despite being restricted in Abuja, I could see the way you are, giving them, tough time problem. Like, that things cannot just go the way it is going. I said, what a man is this? For someone to be restricted in that Abuja, yet continue tackling them. No, sir, you really tried, and you every day, every time, even though I'm getting angry every day by day, once I sees you, doing all that kind of things, I just see it as, yes, Nigeria will still get it better. I'm still going to get it right. Despite all these challenges, I know one day I will just sleep and wake up and hear that, things are now getting better. I know, yes, because you have that kind of courage. And you are the one that is even motivating me. In everywhere I go, I do tell people that, see, you people should stop, underrating Sowore. Sowore has done so well. I saw him, when he attended to, diaspora, like, Spain, America, and whatever. I see him the way he address people with confidence, with everything. I said, what a man is this? In fact, we know the problem we are facing, But the problem now is that now who is going to solicit on behalf of the masses? That is where we are having that problem. Assuming you have a person like you, like 3 or 5, 6, 7, 8 person, or more than that, things will have even getting better. I could remember the time we are, having that NSAS, saga, when a guy just came in and started tackling you. That what's wrong with you? That kind of it. I was just laughing. That look at this small boy to Sowore that has faced many people, that faced federal government, and he won at the end of the day. Assuming Sowore did not at the right point, he wouldn't have even won federal government. But he has done so many things. Is it when you were in Unilag? I could still remember, though I may be somehow a little bit young then, but not as young as that. Ever since then till now, you are saying that struggle. What kind of man is this? Is it money that is your problem, or is it what? No, but you are making sure that people get it. See, this is what they are covering. All these things. You people, sir.
Radio station.
Sir?
Yes, I think somebody was interfering with your speech.
Okay.
Yes, just wrap up so that you didn't tell us where you were reaching us from, though.
Okay, I'm from Ibadan. Ibadan.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So wrap up so that we can take other people, please. We have quite a line up here.
What I just want to say is that, sir, please, I just want you to continue the way you are doing, because by virtue of all this struggling, by you let us know some hidden secrets by all this federal government or whatever. You make us to know that this is what is going on, here and there. So please, we just want you to continue. Unlike me now, I'm a common man on the street. I don't have any power to protest or to do whatever. But you are gone so far. To an extent, if you are doing something in a very secret way, people will know that Sowore is doing this. Everybody come out. So please, I just want you to continue doing whatever you are doing, sir. Thank you very much. I can just continue with your tradition.
Thank you very much for your delivery this morning. I appreciate it, and we hope you just hang around. Please, again, guys, share is what we say. Just share this link so that more people can join. I'm having a great time this morning hearing from most of you. Titi Lope, Derek, Lydie. Please, let's take Prince. Prince, are you there?
Yeah, sure. Good morning.
Good morning, Prince.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Prince Oluwatobi from Ogolua local government, Ajawa, in Oyo State here.
Oh, wow. Yes, I think I've heard about Ajawa a lot.
Yeah,
Take it away, man. Good morning, and I say happy Sunday to you before you start talking.
Oh, thank you. And I've been here before. And you see, I must commend you and everybody who is fighting and striving for a better area. Genuinely, I use the word genuinely because you see, most people who tend to fight Nigeria, most of them are there. I don't want to be mentioning names. That they are making it feel like they're fighting for Nigeria, are actually waiting for their turn to also be in power. So also, hello.
Yes.
I think I can hear some interjection.
Oh, please, if everybody, can you please mute your microphone? I'm trying to figure out who that person is. If you don't mute your microphone, we might have to remove you from. All right, I think we're good now.
Okay, all right, thank you. You see, most of these people are actually opportunity. They are waiting for the time whereby they can also, milk from the system. And that is why I need to commend those people who are actually, genuine about whatever they're doing. That now takes me to Sri Lanka, saga, what happened recently. You see, Nigeria wants that to happen. But most people are, they are selfish, like somebody said earlier. They are self-centered. Despite the fact that we have a lot of factors that divide us in this country, somehow, which is ethnicity and religion, and some other people's belief. But we have same problem, every one of us. The same problem here in the Southwest. You go to the North, poverty, to the South, everywhere. We all have the same common problem. We have the same set of leaders leading us. And those are the people I think we should focus on. When Sri Lanka woke, they all came out in their numbers. I'm very sure if they are to record casualties that happened in Sri Lanka, we will be, amazed. But despite the fact that, they're all angry at once and they came out together. And, what I have to say about Nigeria, as a failed state is, I was telling somebody on the Twitter space, a few days ago that the Kuje prison break is transactional between our political leaders and these, terrorists. Because it was so easy for them to come in and go back.
That's right.
I think they said about hours, operating, and I even heard they shared money and organized themselves before they left.
Yeah.
It's easy for them. Okay, when they're coming, no checkpoint. When they were going back, you heard gunshots, you did not block anywhere. So it was so easy. It's a very smooth business, like they did during SARS, using government officials' cars to mobilize thugs. You see, they have the most irresponsible, people up there. It's high time we start seeing these things. And, I said something earlier to some people. Okay, fine. Okay, we have this movement out there, that movement. But are we not, sitting ourselves down individually and look at this? Okay, these people are gathering themselves. What is their ideology? Where are they coming from? Where are they going? Okay, this one has been here, that one has been there. Okay, who is this people's friend? Okay, these are his friends. You see, we need to do all this stuff. I can't fight my friend. That is why we have some of them saying they can't fight these people. They can't probe them. Because they are their friends, they are their leaders. Once they talk against them, they will expose them too, because they both have their ropes in their hands. We need to choose wisely this time around. And I kept saying this to people: if I'm to be supporting a candidate, I'll be fully behind backs. But I will collect my own share. I will leave this country. But will I be able to come back to this country if everything starts? We need to realize all these things. It's now beyond, people. Okay, recently I saw a footage online about Goodluck Bello Jonathan's cousin being, abducted and being put in a shallow grave by these people. Are you telling me that man doesn't have money or is not influential enough? Nigeria kept happening to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It will be your turn one day. The earlier, the better. We better wake up now and do the needful. Some people are waiting to collect money from, this moment that, they are the one that has the highest number. Some people are like, they don't even know where the boss is heading. They just want to join the crowd.
Yeah.
Just want to join. Okay, they are going, they have this highest number. Let me just join them. It shouldn't be like that. Let's sit down, the same way we choose, people who do our personal properties, like, okay, oh no, I lay you, Moshe, this one doesn't know how to fix it well. I think this one is a professional. This one knows the right thing to do, not just somebody that, he's not even, I don't want to be going into personal, but I just want to, please, to everybody listening to the sound of my voice, we are not here to, we are not the conventional politicians. This is not the time for, sharing money. You collect money to go, you go finish. There is no way you want to. If you collect 1 million, I can tell you categorically, 1 million cannot finish this month with you. Let's sit down and start. Let's fix this country. If this country is working, Hausa man will benefit from it. Igbo, Yoruba, you go. It will work for everybody. It won't be like, okay, we are pushing this, ethnic, these regions politician, like they're doing from the south, from the east, and from the north. Okay, Igbo has their own man, Hausa has their own man. Expecting that when he goes in, okay, this side of the country will be focused on. We've had them. Obasanjo has been there. Good luck has been there. How does the southwest, the north, the east? How is everywhere looking now?
Thank you very much.
So I would just please, encourage everybody. This is the time. Let's get it right. Thank you, Comrade Omoyele. My coming president. Let me just
thank you very much, Prince. I really appreciate your
my mic
this morning. Thank you. Regards to all our people in Ajawa. Let me call on Akim Musire. Akim Musire, are you there?
Very well, sir.
Yes, please. I want to advise others to mute their microphones. If you don't, I might be forced to remove you from the platform, the speaker's podium right now. Okay, please, Akim Musire, take it away. Let's introduce yourself quickly. Let's hear you, and we'll just so that we can hear as many people as possible.
Good morning, Mr. Sowore, and my able men and women in this platform this morning. My name is Mr. Kimushiri Adeni Yomi from Iliti to Oshoro, under Otipa local government in Ondo State. I just want to advise every one of us, and I want to assure the incoming president that there are millions of Nigerians that are not have the access on Facebook or whatsoever, but they are behind you, sir. Most of the things I would like to say this morning, that Sister Titi Lope has said a lot. So I just want to advise that the struggle that you have been following, fighting all this while, we are behind you, sir. And every day, thank God today is Sunday, every day we keep praying for you. And we have that confidence and the assurance, and we believe in God that the Lord has given you what it takes to rule this country. And that fight you are fighting, that we are fighting together with you, will never be in vain. No matter the money they have, no matter the money they are going to spend, the Lord will make sure they are put to shame. That the masses, the few ones, the majority that are suffering in this country, the Lord will fight that fight. And all those ones that believe in their money, in their dollars, they will be put to shame. Because enough is enough. We cannot keep dying and smiling. We cannot believe, we cannot be saying that we believe and we cannot fight ourselves. Because what they are doing is just that they are trickish and they are planning evil against this country. And God will never allow that to happen. As you have said, the prison break is just a script being written and being played well. We are not fools anymore. It's time for us to come out, and other able Nigerians, faithful Nigerians, to come out and vote Sowore in this coming election. And we believe in God that surely come 2023, Sowore Omoyele will be our president. Thank you very much. Let me allow other speakers to speak this morning. Thank you, and take it away.
Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate your joining us and your powerful and passionate speech this morning. Let me take Damilola. Damilola, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please. My name is Damlola, speaking from Osun State.
Okay.
And I have a lot of things to discuss in this room this morning.
Well, you have to make it as, succinct as possible so that we can take more people. As you can see, the lineup is pretty high this month.
I understand that.
All
so
right.
let us go straight to the point. The thing I can observe about we Nigerians is that I think we the citizens, we are the problems of ourselves. Why is that? Let us just take a look at it in the political sector. When the Jagabans, like how will I say, like the top tiers of the like top tiers of politicians, they wanted to destroy the reputation of Goodluck Jonathan. They introduced to us Boko Haram. Like we started experiencing hell. Like, oh, this Goodluck Jonathan government is basically not part of it. We started experiencing a lot of issues. Like we said, okay, you need to choose another person, to take that seat. And so we choose. I can say I choose because I don't vote. Because I don't like a situation whereby the person I'm voting in won't be the one becoming the new president of Nigeria. Won't be the one to become the new president of Nigeria. So I'd be like, I don't need to vote. Let us see what these people are gonna produce for us. So they produced to us Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, our new president, and the present president, who is gonna be I think it's gonna be his last regime in anything politics. Because I can say it boldly that ever since I've been born into Nigeria, I've never experienced hell in my life. It is during this Buhari regime I experienced hell as a citizen of Nigeria. Not only me, my parents, my friends, every one of them, they all experienced hell. But let us just take it to another sector of, okay, the movement. Let's talk about what happened in Lekki Toll Gate. Up to today, the show is down. Let us just find out the truth, the this, the that. Like, I don't really understand. Who are those behind it? We don't know. They said the bullet they used at the Lekki Toll Gate is either fake or somehow they just brought up lies. Like, these people died like drastically. Who ordered those soldiers to go there and start shooting citizens? We don't know. No, we Nigerians know who is behind it. We all know that's politics for you, sir. We all know the front and the back, the middle and the everything. But let the truth be said. What happened at Lekki Toll Gate is one of the biggest strategy. I mean, one of the biggest tragedy that has ever happened in Nigeria history. The youth that you expect to vote for you guys are the ones you are killing, and the same youth are the one who haven't still opened their head to know that these people who are voting for are the people who are killing our future. We can't just say it is only the youth that are killing our future. Our parents also are also killing our future. A whole Jagaban bringing bullion van into his home. You are not a president. You are not a governor. You are not a councillor. You are part of the Senate. Why bringing a bullion van into your home? The government are saying that no one is talking about it. And you expect us, citizens, should down and be looking at the nonsense that you guys are doing. Okay. Now I was talking about something with one of my lecturers in school, and the man was like, The present problem of our country right now is that what or who is we? All of us need. I was like, sir, why do you say so? So we now take the experience down to the recent election that happened in Ekiti State, and some guys on social media are kind of posting that we've sold our votes, and they gave us that it was not maybe 5,000 or 10,000 that we sold our vote, that anybody that entered just entered, that's none of their own fucking business. And now yes, sir.
Damilola, can we just wrap up so that we can have other people join
Okay,
this,
sir.
please?
Let me just okay. All I'm trying to say is that our head to know what is what. The Igbos are experiencing hell, Hausas are experiencing hell, and what happened in Ondo State recently is, I think, is something that we need to look into. That is it. I can say the government are behind that, but well, all I can say is that we the youth, we have a very long way to go. I'm solidly behind this, sir, Mr. Omoyele Sowore, because I'm a very big fan of you.
Thank you very much, Damilola, this morning. Thank you for joining us. Do hang around, please, guys. Share, so that we can reach as many people as possible. More people, definitely. SK, please take it away.
Yeah, my president. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, SK.
I'm calling from the UK.
You're welcome.
And I'm from Edo State, Auchi.
Welcome.
I want to tell all the Nigerians that are in this platform this morning something that I saw about Sowore that made me to love you. In fact, if you see the way I love you so much. I love you because I think in 2019, during that election, I never even knew who Sowore was. But one day, I was just playing with my phone. Then I tuned into, YouTube, and I saw a young man just speaking, just flowing, speaking my language. I said, who is this man? You mean there's a man like this in Nigeria? So you were speaking my language. From that day, I just love you. Then, few weeks ago, I had a revelation concerning you. And I want all Nigerians to know this. And anybody I see, I tell them. I was in the dream. In that dream, I found myself in APC convention. APC as a party, we're doing a convention. And in that convention, then while they were talking here and there, but a man stood up, and this man took a microphone, and the man said something in that meeting. He said that all the people here wasted their time and energy, that there is only one man who can solve the problems in Nigeria, and that man is Sowore in APC convention. And that spoke volume into my heart. So I want Nigerians to know that Sowore is the only man that can solve Nigeria's problem. At least transform Nigeria to the level that you and I will be proud of. Because this is a man who has never changed his voice. He has never changed his ministry. One voice, one action. And that action is to see Nigeria in the proper place it should be. My president, I want to beg you. Yes. I want to appeal to you. Please do not give up in this struggle. People are seeing you. People are hearing you. Sometimes, when things like this are going on, other noises will surely come. Of course, you know that they will come to discourage you, but don't be discouraged. And one thing also I want to say is this. There are people that I speak to sometimes. They tell me They want you, they believe that you supported Buhari. All the suffering we are suffering now, you caused them because of how you spoke against Buhari's government. Okay. But I also let them know that, but you also spoke against the military, IBB governance, government. You spoke against, all the government you spoke, you fought for. I let them know. But they still say until you ask for forgiveness. Very funny, you know. But I want to make appeal. I want to make appeal. If there is a way that we can win these people over. People, they say they love you, they love your work, but they don't know somehow they are thinking negatively as if you are the one who brought Buhari to power. But can we find a way to reach them? I don't know how you're going to do it, but find a way to reach these people. It will say, okay, if you think that I brought Buhari to power, please forgive me. But right now we can see that artists are going so that we can win them over. They love you, but they say they want you to ask for forgiveness. I don't know what that means. I rest my case for now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother, for your submission as well. This is SK, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I've listened to your powerful submission. And you see, I just want to answer to that part about asking for forgiveness. This is Sunday, and one of the things we say on this show here is that this is our own church, small church on Sundays. And truth can never be changed. When you ask people to ask for forgiveness, the presumption or the assumption is that the person has committed an infraction, has committed a sin. And truth is never a sin, and it can never be turned into a sin. I have asked them several times now, tell me where I can pay for Buhari. None. Tell me a picture that I took with Buhari. None. I spent 5 months in detention in this Abuja. I was arrested by the Buhari regime. They obtained all my account numbers, took my phones, everything, just to find something that they can blackmail me with. They couldn't find till today. It's been 3 years, almost 3 years since I was released from detention. They can't find anything. They tried several other things. After that didn't work, they shot at me. My brother was killed. They rearrested me. And then they started having other people go after me. At the point, they started hiring thugs because police wasn't enough, and army and whomever wasn't enough to go after me. They started hiring thugs. They broke my car. They brought a knife to a rally I was attending. They brought petrol bomb to one time that I was attending Nnamdi Kanu's trial. They brought petrol bomb. All of it. They haven't been able to succeed. Why? Because the truth can never be shaken. The same people who are saying that through Reno Omokri, and now after Reno Omokri was the one who spent 5 years asking everybody, Sowore brought Buhari, you know. Now, this is almost a week later. All of the people that was groomed around that lie have turned against Reno Omokri. They have 100,000 petitions, even more now, just to have him banned from Twitter. Do you know what I did? I don't know Reno Omokri before. I've never had any conversation with him. But I know what it takes for people to be hunted down for exercising their rights. I stood up and defended him because I know how these things work. All those things you are saying that Sowore brought this revelation you had, and I'm not religious, I will be very honest about it. They themselves have seen it, that they cannot escape a moment, a period where this revelation will come to pass. So they are like, they've seen the future. and they have been spending money. They have one central blackmail point. Oh, Sowore brought Buhari to power. But ask yourself, was it not Atiku that gave Buhari money in 2015? $50 million. Was it not Atiku that gave him a private jet for his campaign? Why is it that the people who are asking you to apologize now did not ask Atiku to apologize in 2019 before they started articulating? They won't, because they know the truth. They know the people who brought Buhari to power. They know that Jagaban, Tinubu, he even confessed to it recently, that they brought Buhari to power. The media companies that collected money were paid for adverts. You don't go after them, but they targeted one person and one person only. Sowore, because they know that the truth is very, very hurtful. And I've been hurting them with my own truth. Like you rightly mentioned, if I have to apologize for saying the truth, I have to apologize for all the terrible leaders in Nigeria, starting from Babangida, Abacha, Shonekon, Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, Yaradua, and I even have to apologize to Buhari for criticizing Buhari. I won't be surprised if after 2023, some group of people also rise up, especially if we make the mistake of voting for one of these guys, and saying that we should be apologizing to Buhari for bringing another person to power. So please don't waste your time on those people who are saying it. The truth has prevailed already. But when the truth prevails, they will go to another thing. Let's assume that I make the mistake of apologizing to them today. They will say that the apology came too late. That you should have done it 5 years ago. But there's nothing to apologize for. Never in your life apologize for saying the truth or doing what is right. But expect persecution if you stand on the right side of history. That has been the nature of man. So I close it there. And let me take Peter. Peter.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Peter, please go ahead. I see
Yeah,
somebody.
my name is Peter Yebadi. I'm
Yes,
speaking from Manchester.
you're
I'm
welcome.
I'm an Ondo indigene, but born and brought up in Ibadan. I'm a politician.
You're a politician?
Yeah,
A Nigerian one or UK politician?
I'm a Nigerian politician. I was in the country for the recent primaries. But I just left back.
All right.
Yeah, and truthfully, sure, you've been a movement. Not today, not yesterday. Been a while. And one thing I know is once you're just standing for a goal, when you keep digging, you dig to a place that you get what you wanted. Yeah, I like the way you're keeping it up. But at a point in Nigerian history, which is this last primaries that we did, I looked down at myself and I said, truthfully, are Nigerians really wanting this change we are talking about, even the youth? I came down. Yeah, I actually have been an SDP member, and I can tell you.
SDP, okay.
Yes, I can tell you that the present governor of your state. I'm not saying he's holy, but trust me, he's really doing well. I'm not a member of PDP, but I would have loved to join his team. He's doing well, but that's not why I'm here. The basic reason I'm here is while doing the primaries, trust me, it's even we the youths. When you hear what they are requesting for, and you will wonder, are you guys not tired? Are you guys not just tired? Like, okay, I want to do this. I just want us to just get this thing right. They're not thinking towards that angle. Say heaven comes down. Sure, I flew down to Abuja, straight to Badon. I sat these guys down and they made it clear to me, without money, they are not moving an inch.
Mm.
Not that I don't have the money. I spoke to myself, is it worth it? These are the youth that we are still shouting obedience, we are shouting, articulating. Are we even meant to be talking about, at this point in this country, are we meant to be talking about those people? These so-called politicians? You know, what I'm actually waiting for, I'm waiting for Wiki to just say, I'm switching to APC, and I'll say, yes, Nigerians, I will categorically say Nigeria is done. That's to tell you, because it's been written obviously that these people are just playing us. They are just switching parties, and anywhere that favors them, they go, and we'll just follow. But they are not still saying it. But I'm waiting for that movement to happen, because I see no reason why an article will come out and say, I want to contest. Why a Tinubu will come out and say, are we ready to go through another 8 years of an old sick man? I'm not saying the sickness is God forgive me, God heals him. But is that what we need again? When we have brilliant heads in this country, this same country, we have people that are fixing. If I tell you that in UK right now, people fixing UK are Nigerians.
Absolutely.
We are, where we work, we know what we do, and we know how they don't joke with us. And just for us, we that still have the passion and we are coming to the country, all what you're saying is we should bring money. At this stage, Sowore, Nigerians, youth that are even on your platform, they are not ready. I am not saying this based on they said. This is what I experienced just last month. They can follow you, shout with you. My brother, it's because you are still spending money. I chose I'm not going to spend money this election, and I saw not even one vote. These are the people that when I was out of the country, they will call me, I will support them, I will do whatever. Even the meeting, they said they want to have meeting this, I'll send money for them. I came down to the country. Let's have the primary. Let's get this thing right. I didn't have one vote because I refused to give a penny. So I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe we need a miracle. Because the level at which our politicians have played the poverty in the sense and thinking and reasoning of Nigerians has gone to the lowest, zero level, that anybody you approach now, give them 10,000, they will do whatever you want. So far the election is concerned. So when everybody keeps saying, let us move, they will tell you we are not going to, it's true, they are hungry, but instead of them to use that hunger and stay hungry and fight for their right, they are ready to take any penny to sell their right off.
Mm.
So I don't know how you do that movement. For me, this particular election got me tired. And I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking in my head, what can we do? You know, Nigeria, you know the population of Nigeria.
Yes.
That's our number one problem. We are so much diversified that when these particular people are thinking this way, these other particular people are thinking the other way. So even to bring the so-called youth together, you won't achieve it. Because these guys will just bring their bullion van when to go to the north and I just bombard them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I appreciate your joining us this morning. I really do. You see, what one simple reply I have for you is this: if you did one election and you're tired, just one election, you don't want to have anything to do with anybody again. What do you think people like us go through doing this for 32 years? You know, we didn't start with the election. No. You know, it's been a life of war and crisis. And I just want to encourage you not to give up, because sometimes it is that point at which you want to give up that you're actually closer to the end of the, the bad season. So don't let us give up. And I hope you continue to hang around and join us.
Yeah, I've been there for a while, though. This is not my
Yeah,
fault.
I know how tough it is, honestly. I know how tough it is to have gone through what you went through, to fly into Nigeria. I flew into Nigeria in 2017. And as soon as I arrived, it started with me. It started with one guy coming to where I was to attack me physically. I thought it was a joke. I got to the police station. They were ready. Before I knew it, I was already transferred to Panti. And when I got there, the guy who was handling my case said he didn't know what my crime was. While he was waiting, they drove a petition with a Hilos van. And I said, is that the reason you sent somebody to ruffle me up? So Nigeria is like very wired. It's almost like it won't be too much to say that Nigeria is evil empire. Evil. And but when that happens, I don't think people should give up. You should work, because like you said, the UK where you're at, I was there to campaign at a point. And I met a guy. He stood up in a crowd in one of the events I attended or that was organized for me. He said he's a tunnel engineer. And who's a tunnel? He's one of the people who designs the tunnel that runs the transportation system in the UK. And there are about 5 Nigerians in that particularly privileged position. And he's ready, as soon as he finds a leader that is willing to work, to come down to Nigeria to redesign both overground and underground rail system for us. But you never get to have that because this place is not wired for progress. I must admit and agree with you. So, but I thank you. Let me take Mama Abel. Mama Abel, are you there? Mama Abel, are you there? That's it. Mama Abel, are you there? All right. But I have Omokolo. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay, Mama Abel is back. Can we just take Mama Abel for now? And Mama Abel, are you there? Yes.
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you reaching us from this morning?
I'm Ambassador Patriotism Drodola from Ekiti State.
Okay. Can you please increase the volume a bit more?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I really appreciate everyone on the platform here this morning.
Yes.
At least we all aspiring for a better Nigeria and a great future for ourselves, not even for ourselves, for the generations to come. And these are the unborn generation and our children that are now here. Even though Nigeria has become a third country and even other states in there has been a first step. I personally refuse to be convinced that Nigeria should be compared with any other foreign country or any other foreign state. Because our form of leadership and kind of measure here is quite different from those people we're comparing ourselves to. What happened? What Sri Lanka did? Can it be done in Nigeria here? No. We believe that everything in this country is about power. Power, even more than money. I think that is where we failed. It's only the last privilege that believes in money, and those that are there believe in power. Because they believe with power, they can change everything with those that are already poverty stricken. And I think that is what is happening in this country. To mention but few, why has Nigeria become a third country? I believe there is not a question to be asked because we all know we don't even know when it started. Neither do we know when it's going to end. Why are the states becoming a third step? Can we now realize that when the foundation is not strong, can a builder erect the same building on it? No. Can it act a successful building on it? No. One day, everything will just do what? It will collapse. I think that is where we're missing it. What are the youth doing to serve the future right for themselves? I think that is why Sowore is there for us, right? He has been doing this not today, not yesterday, but far since. At least not 4 years ago, not 6 years ago, over 30 years ago. As a youth advocate, as an activist, as a revolutionary, you've been doing well, my brother. You are really doing well. But have we ever sat down and think of it that this is your own personal view, this is your view towards your dear country? Do other youth that were just like you, flowing in them blood and water as yours, do they also have this view? Where are we going to, understand what we really want? What are the youth doing to make this thing work out? Imagine the term Diboko Sebe. I think we are all aware of this, especially I think it's a rampant thing now in our country. And we in the state to call it Diboko Sebe. We see what happened in the last election that happened in the state. We knew everything, we saw everything, we saw how it went. I personally was even attacked in the election. Not because of anything, just because when you are revolutionaries and you tend to say the truth, you will always be attacked. You will always be set ill off. They will tell you you don't know anything. They will tell you you can't make a Nigeria that has been made before you were born. I think that is where her problem is. And by the time we know these things, we still have some people that will sit down and think. And at the end of the day, they will tell you what they thought of yesterday has been changed. That, what are we even talking about? Are we saying Sowore can do it better? What gives us the impression that it's going to do it better? What gives us the impression that this is? But what I also ask them, what gives your people also the impression that that all these people is going to do it better? I think we are just playing games on ourselves. At the end of the day, we came back, started crying. Oh, this government is not doing this, this government is not doing that, this government is not doing this. I think we, the youth now, we need to, put ourselves together and know what we want.
Thank you very much.
What I don't really understand here is, what are we doing? What are modes of disseminating information across to Nigerians in order for them to make them realize their rights as a citizen of this country and not as a slave to these people we call our elders? I think some youth don't know it right yet to now. In terms of this insurgency, insecurity, kidnapping, and all those things that or even the recent prison break, I refuse to read any news concerning all these things anymore. Because before you know it, as someone just said the other time, it's a planned script which is being executed as planned. So as a Nigerian, you're outside there and you're like, oh, yeah, ooh. No, they know what they are doing. And we as the youth, I believe we are still agile. Not that we can't. I believe we can. To me, I believe we can. I believe we can and we will take this country back, either they like it or not. In summary to what I said,
yes,
not until one will stop seeing them as a god, not until when we stop seeing them as who they thought they are, and erasing the fear of they know what to do, they know who to choose. They have already done the election. Why are we stressing ourselves? Like one of my brothers said the other time here that he doesn't vote. No. I'm telling him virtually now that it's very wrong. You can't tell me you don't vote and you come out to talk about Nigeria. You haven't helped the issue. Go out there, take your voter's card and vote. Your vote must count. It's when everyone move out to vote, that is when the voice can be heard.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother.
I appreciate your submission. Thank you so much. You know, there's nothing that we probably haven't said about Nigeria. And you notice that there's a confidence with which bad people operate in this country that is unparalleled. It's so unbelievable that in other countries, when people do bad things, even when they are not caught, they respect themselves and go and hide. You know, they go low profile. In Nigeria, people will do terrible things. They will kill people. They will steal. They will rob. They will deny people of their future. And they will still come in your face. And when I say this, in each election cycle, it is the people that ruin Nigeria that are always bold to come out and say, this is the next candidate you should vote for. I remember in 1999, part of the reason I left Nigeria in 1999, apart from other factors, was that the boldness with which Abiola was killed, it was just unbelievable. Because I was there, we were waiting for Abiola to be released, and they refused to release Abiola. They started releasing Obasanjo and other people who had been jailed. But Abiola, who was just sitting in detention, they refused to release him until they killed him. I was one of the few people who saw his body. And I was like, is this the Abiola everybody has been waiting for, you know, talking about, just right there, laying down in a casket that he was used to bring him to his house. I was the leader of the youth outside the place. And then as that was going on, they went and started sponsoring Obasanjo, Babangida, and the rest of them, Gusau, all of the guys who were the ones who are now June 12th election. They had the temerity to come out again and say, this is the person they want. Brought in Obasanjo. When the election was approaching, I just packed my things and left. And later on, they kept getting bolder and bolder. When Obasanjo was done, Obasanjo also joined hands with Babangida. They imposed on Nigeria a guy that was dead. They knew Yar'Adua had no life left. After Yar'Adua, they imposed Jonathan. After Jonathan, they came back and imposed Buhari. And now, it is the same Babangida, Gusau, Obasanjo that are trying to impose someone on the Nigerian people. And the Nigerian youths that should know better are the ones who are shouting. Not only are they shouting, they are harassing, and haranguing people all over the place. Well, when you say Nigerian youths, to be fair, and I want to be fair, that some people have loud noise, but make the loudest noise doesn't mean that they represent a majority of us. I mean, of Nigerian youths. I don't consider myself a youth anymore. I'm 51 years old. But the younger people. So the fact that some people are loud, it's just like I say of Bruno Omokri. Bruno Omokri at the point sounded like the loudest voice, every day that he drops nuggets, he does all kinds of things. But doesn't mean that everybody agree with him. No. So, and now and this is what we've always been saying to ourselves, is the reason I don't respond to so many of the things they say, because Our job is to keep telling you the truth, even if there are only 5 of us left or 1 of us left. We'll be telling you the truth. When I was in the university, people hated me as a student leader because they kept saying, we want to graduate, we want to graduate. And I've said this several times. Some of the people that graduated, I'm not mocking them. Some of the people that graduated in 1994, 1995 have never worked, they've never found a job. Though so many who found a job are out of jobs because the country we're trying to fix then has even deteriorated more. Had we all waited and fixed Nigeria in 1993, we will be far ahead of other nations. But I'm not saying that Abiola would have performed any magic, but the democracy that we have now would have started in 1993 instead of 1999. I would have covered more ground. And that period would have allowed more people to partake, because the democracy that was coming in 1992, 1993 was a different kind of, it was a democracy that the people were ready for, not the type, it was democracy that erased all the fault lines. People voted across tribal lines. We had a Muslim ticket. It was a strange but unique kind of democratic experiment at that time. But they ruined it. And the reason they ruined 1993 was because this is the type we have now. This morontocracy is the type they have always wanted. Sit in their room, use money, intimidation, media to control people's minds, and then they make the wrong decision. And when the wrong decisions are made and people are suffering, they will come and be calling you, Sowore, why are you not fighting for us? Where have you been? Where's Wole Soyinka? Where's Femi Falana? But when they present themselves to say we can fix this problem so that you don't go to jail when you haven't committed an offense, oh, they said, go and sit down. Who is your father? You have never tasted power before. Go to the local government, go to state government, go to Senate. And I have said it. If your problem is at the top, you cannot fix it from the bottom. Nigeria's leadership problem is at the highest levels, at the top. You must fix it from the top. And that's where I will submit for now and call on, Olashende, don't be like me. I've spoken for too long. Please make it very quick, fast. I too have to close this audio room and do other things for the day. You're welcome, Olashende, if you're there.
Good morning, my capacity leaders.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, my incoming president. I'm speaking from Abeokuta, Abeokuta in Ogun State.
You're welcome.
Sir, I have listened to you. I have listened to you since 2018. I met you in Nigeria when you came for campaign, and I met you on the streets from this when you are coming from airport with some of my friends. So since then, I have been following you, and I believe in the struggle because I identify the kind of person who I am in you. I can see that the kind of idea I have is built in you, and you have it, you possess it, and that's the reason why I can identify with you. Now, there are many issues in this country, many issues politically. Our youth, most of them are just claiming to be intelligent. Most of them are not intelligent. Sorry to say this. Most of them are not intelligent. Let me cite an example where someone will be telling you that what can we do? What can the youth do? I mean, out of 100 million youth, and someone is telling me that what can we do? Where the people that are turning this country into destruction are just 5,000. I do ask them, people who are destroying this country, they are not 5,000. Let's start from the back. Let's start counting them. Your local government chairman, your senators, your House of Rep. Someone who has been a governor, we come back, like for example, in Ogun State, Senator Amosun was a senator before, became a governor 2 times before. Now we come back as a senator, still doing what? And you see some youth clamoring, still following them, hailing them just because of. So when I see those kind of youth, what they understand is that, okay, I want to follow someone that can win election. all this I sabi do politics slogan. I know how to do politics now. So you know sabi politics. And this style of politics has been the one that has put us in this level. This we actually is on strike now. Since youth, the students are at home, no future, nothing, no hope when this thing will end. And this same set of students, I still saw some campaign for candidates in Osun State. I still saw the video. So I know what's the problem of this country? What's the problem of this youth? Why can't we just reason? Obi is coming from PDP. You said you hate PDP, you hate APC. Someone is coming from PDP and has been pledging his loyalty to the same people in PDP, and you see nothing wrong in it. This same setup, this same person said all this, claim all this kind of thing. I said you should go and verify. We verified and see all these things are lie, false. You came up with the evidence that this thing are false. You still come around that with another argument that everything is lie. So I think the problem is I can't just identify where the problem is coming from, because I see it as the most annoying thing that is that the youth who I thought to think in the right direction are not even doing so. They are just going the wrong way. So, and that's the reason why I want to plead that please give us stop all this struggle. Keep moving. You have people at your back. Somebody like me now in my area, everybody now Sowore, they call me Sowore boy. Anything you want to see in politics, I will jump on it. They will say, hey, you don't come. Sometimes they will want it will be like whining. Anytime they talk about it, they talk about it, I will have it because I can't just hold it. I just want to keep pushing this girl. So I want everybody to even invite that and start speaking the truth. Just keep saying the truth. Just keep speaking. Talk about how this country will be better. And I believe one day we will reach our desired state and where we want this country to be. So please, sir. And another thing I want to keep in place, sir. Most of these people supporting the LB are mostly IPOB members, and they have neglected this your friend Nabikanu. They have neglected that man. They have neglected that man. Please, if you see how to contact you, and please follow up, please, because all those ones at the end of the day, when this election comes and ends, they will still come back to them, and maybe that man anything could have happened to that man. Please, just keep in touch. Don't follow their way of the way they bully everybody now. Now, the mockery that has been attacking you, they will share his propaganda, share everything. Now, when he's not supporting their candidates, they are now. So, sir, please just be focused. You have people at your back. Millions. Don't think because people are just bombarding your space that
No. Don't even for once. No, you should know that I run one of the most democratic spaces online. I don't drive anybody. I don't block anybody. Because why? I want you to have a say in how you are governed. And part of how you have a say in the way you are governed is being able to interact with people like myself. The criticism is constructive or not, you are free to say whatever you want to say about me. So thank you very much, Ashende. And you raised an important issue. Let everybody speak out. Don't be scared, because if you don't speak out now, at the point you would have to speak out, maybe by then there'll be less people listening to you. Whatever your preferences are, show it. Don't allow anybody to bully you. This is not the first time that Nigerians will come under bullies. In my time, it was military rule. For some time, it was cultism. For some time, it was judges, police, DSS. So there will always be bullies as long as you're doing what is right. But let's continue to ensure that we don't let our opinions be lost in fear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Olashende. Let me take Remite Goons. Remite, you're welcome. Remat. Remat, I have opened your mic, but I can't hear you. Remat is ready. Let's mute him. Let's take Omoko Law.
Omokolawole.
Okay, well, it's showing an abbreviated version.
Okay, Omokolawole is Reco, calling from Lagos.
Okay, you're welcome. Please.
Good morning,
Yes,
sir. Good morning,
go
everyone.
ahead. Let's make it sure
Yeah.
that I have my speaker's podium is
Okay,
full.
I will.
Contested.
Okay, I will be very brief about.
Go ahead.
The other speaker spoke well. Then I want to disagree with Mami Ebu, that madam, that what happened in Sri Lanka cannot happen in Nigeria. I don't think I can accept that. It can. What happened in Sri Lanka can happen in Nigeria. It's almost during SARS, because what happened during SARS was that they lack leadership, as in somebody to lead, to be at the forefront. They rejected Omoyele Sowore because of their own selfish interests. I don't know why that won't happen, but what happened in Sri Lanka can actually happen. And I believe it will happen before election or during the election. But one advice I want to give our boss, Omoyele Sowore, is that I don't want you to be too quick to lead any revolution, as in any protest, any serious protest that will soon come, because I can see that before election there will be a very big, great revolution or protest. Let me just say protest. So I don't want you to rush them. I believe they will call you. They will beg you. People will call, where is Omoyele Sowore that is always fighting for us? So that's my advice for you. Don't just rush and be at the forefront. Allow them to mobilize, allow them to regroup, allow the protest to come from the north. Because the problem we're having here is that we've been divided by so many factors, just like someone said, divided by ethnicity, religion, and so many other things. So if the revolution is coming from the north, yes, good for us. Then from there, they will call someone from the mid, someone that is very neutral, that is not for the north, it's not for the south, it's not for this, it's for everybody, which is Omoyele Sowore. So that's for Sri Lanka case. It can happen in Nigeria. About the elections, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate it.
About the elections, sir, the coming elections, sir. Sir, since you can leave, you can travel out of Abuja now. We advise that you should start meeting people. Everybody is not bad. We don't have the only problem we have in Nigeria is that they don't have levers. They can't speak. They're scared of Buhari. Buhari, we attack them. Buhari, we use their past against them. So that's why they're scared to speak out. But when you meet them, you meet some good ones. The last candidates, like all these, I'm just suggesting, like Mogalu, like the other man from the West, from Lagos, you meet them, Sanusi. Let's keep meeting these people. You need recommendation. They know you, Nigerians know you, but the problem is that they follow trend. They follow trend. They like, now this one they reign now, now be the reign now. They don't want to listen to, they don't want to hear anything, they don't want to scrutinize Obi, they don't want to check Obi, they don't want you to check them. Like last week, I was slapped because of you in my office. So something like that, I was pushed as in just because I mentioned Sowore. But later the person apologized and he told me that he knows Sowore very well. That Sowore is fighting for everybody, but that it's not that popular. I say, don't say that. You know him. Everybody know him. So, sir, I don't want you to abandon the struggle. You are like a body. A body has parts. A body has eyes, comprises of so many other parts. So let me conclude on this note, sir. Revolution now, sir. I don't want you to also drop struggle, sir. If there's a way you can incorporate that or harmonize it with your CAPE movements, don't let us stop it. Don't let us just stop the revolution now. Let's keep saying it because it will happen. It will happen. Then one day they will call, who is this who's the leader of this revolution, and we need him to rescue us. We need him to advise us. We need him to deliver us, and we need him to lead us. Thank you, sir. That's my submission, sir.
Thank you very much this morning. Appreciate you joining us. Have a pleasant Sunday. Makinde from Ekiti, are you there? Hello, Makinde. All right. Can I take Babajide then? Babajide.
Baba, I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, Baba.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
here.
okay. All right. Please go ahead.
Yeah, morning, sir. Morning,
Good
everyone,
morning.
sir. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
In fact, wherever I'm on this platform, I find myself lucky because in my environment, at times I will look at myself, I will be like, am I even going crazy or what? Because whenever you are saying anything, if you are 20 and you are sitting down to try to tell them some things, almost 19 of them will go against you. But whenever I come to this space, everybody here speak my mind. So at times I will look at myself, maybe I'm not even getting it right. But whenever I'm here again, this place actually take me to where I am already, that I think this is the right thing. So that means a lot of people are actually doing the same thing I'm doing. But people are not seeing it from outside here. Whenever you are saying it, all of them were like, maybe I don't know how to say this. But actually, I thank God that at least I can actually see myself as one of the people that actually know the right thing. And I think I'm doing the right thing. And I believe we don't need to relent. We have to continue saying it. No matter how difficult, how bad the system is, I will continue saying it. I just want to give kudos to Baba. You are doing well, and we are actually we are happy that we have you around. You are just leading us, and I believe one day we will get it right. By special grace of God. And I want to talk to everybody here on this platform. The task ahead of us is beyond what we are saying. Our own belief is all about, just like we are going for a battle that we need both our body, mind, and soul. Even our capital, everything needs to get involved in it. And by the special grace of God, we will get what we want by the grace of God. We need this country to be liberated. And this is our job, and this is our task. Thank God. Thank you, everybody. So I'm dropping my bike, what's it called now, Baba? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, please, yes. I'm going to take Babajide next.
Right,
yes.
sir.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone in the house.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Babajide speaking from Ogun State. Actually, I'm really happy to join this program today. Even though I've been an ardent listener of this program, and I've been a supporter of this movement. But I'm happy for the fight we've picked up to make Nigeria great, to make things are not possible, to make it possible. But one thing I just want to indulge every one of us is to keep the consistency. Because one thing I see about Nigerian youth is more or less like, it's more or less like we've been programmed in one way or the other. But which only few of us have actually learned or been able to untie that bondage. Are you there?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that everyone is doing something within their constituency to actually fight this cause. About I must actually say something within us here, because there's something I'm actually reasoning when it comes to this our campaign, because I know the campaign hasn't stressed and kick off yet. And the campaign is all about we in some areas that haven't gotten to us till date. And we've been looking forward to how we can get this material, the likes of the posters, the banners, and so many other things. Sir. So I just really hope you look into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sorry about I mean, for a second I got an urgent call that made me to just mute myself. But I heard everything you're saying. These materials will be made available as soon as possible. But we keep asking that we should understand the nature of campaigns in this modern days as mass. My campaign of posters and physical papers are fizzling out. What we should do and we should keep doing is to be where young people are. You don't need to print a poster to put a picture, just like Babajide, you have both Sowore on your, that's your poster right there. It's a little more powerful than when you place the poster and during the rainy season it washes it off.
Yes.
But we will also not ignore the fact that not everybody has a phone that is capable of WhatsApp and other digital capabilities. So we'll work on that. We'll work on that and get across. But keep campaigns, social media. We are not going to be campaigning officially until September 5. That's what the INEC timetable says. All right, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much,
All right.
sir, for giving me the opportunity of this one.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Babajide. And Makinde, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Baba. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Glad to meet you guys. Return to. Sorry. So I wanted to take Soul. Soul, you've been here for a while, and you know, Soul is a good friend of mine. And congratulations! I haven't gotten a copy yet. I'm expecting it, but let's hear you out, man. Good morning and happy Sunday to you.
Good morning, sure. I really enjoy listening to Nigerians. It's one of my favorite things. I can't get enough. I've been listening avidly, and I try to jump on every time you're hosting this thing. Simply for, sorry, let me just introduce myself quickly. I'm Saul. I'm short for Solomon, and I'm in the UK. An avid follower of Nigerian status. Not from a political point of view at all, but strictly from a leadership point of view. And I really like to stress that because that's where I think we are really failing. Politics, we can just call it a joke, but when it comes to leadership, that's where I think we're failing. So going back to, thanks for having me again, right? I've listened to a lot of us talk about so many things today, and many of us obviously giving Sowore his accolades where he truly deserves it, and fundamentally expressing our pains, our concerns. But like the topic says, we want to talk about Sri Lanka, we want to talk about Nigeria, and let's talk about the failed states. Let's keep that level of focus and see where we actually are. Sri Lanka is happening because the people are tired. It's not because somebody instigated them, like they want to make us, especially from Showe's point of view and other activists, that they are the ones instigating people. No, the people are really tired in Sri Lanka. They are tired of poverty. They are tired of insecurity. They are tired of debt crisis. With the advent of internet now, everybody can see progress everywhere. So if the average Nigerian is seeing progress somewhere in Sri Lanka, somewhere in like Singapore, and they know that their country can be like that, they will get tired, they will get stressed. But like a lady hinted earlier on, a guy hinted earlier on, same guy from the UK, I think, he said Nigerians' problems technically, that we are not ready. Although I disagree with that, I think he should have rephrased it that we are not creating more awareness, which is what I think this Sri Lanka has done again for us to see. I mean, how many examples do we really want to have before we realize that it's us that need to really wake up? We can shout as much as we want, we can campaign as much as we want, but if the individual is not really awake, they would just shout again and follow the trend. And this is exactly what we are doing now. I mean, we see the likes of the politicians coming out and talking a good game. You know, they talk a good game, they spit all these things before, but you have to ask the question, why didn't they say this when they were in power? You know, why didn't they say this when they had positional offices? Why didn't they make the same noise? Why are they calling everybody out now just because they want to assume the same power? So you look for who has been consistent in saying the same thing for years and years and years. You know, this is one of the reasons why I'm hoping that stuff like this is really about creating awareness. I look at Nigeria from 3 points of view. The first is obviously to praise Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. I lived my best lives in Nigeria. I remember when you go and, you know, the taxis, they all have ACs in Nigeria. A lot of young people now did not see Nigeria like that. So I can only give Nigeria that praise and say at some point it was really good. So we can take it back and relate with when it was good. You know, I'm sure you had Nigeria good at some point in your younger days, regardless of where it was. Majority of us did. You know, I used to visit the village a lot. I spent majority of my Christmas in the village. Now I can't even try that for fear of insecurity or whatnot. So we give Nigeria its praise because it has been there before. And then we look at the concerns. And I think this is where we need to align with the young people. The young people listening is that your concerns that are really powerful. If you can address your concerns constantly, I'm not pushing for Sri Lanka to happen, but a case like Sri Lanka with non-violence and revolution is actually required for awakening to say this is what we really want, not just following the trends. You know, I mean, we can be obedient, we can be useful, we can be this, we can that. It amounts to nothing if we're not conscious about the why we're doing this thing. So that is the concern part of things. My concern is that are we actually awakening to the fact that the country has failed? Are we really aligning with that failure? And then you wonder why, which is all about leadership, really. But at this point in time, where I am now is like most of us are doing, you have to create the awareness, and which is what I think most people don't get that my good friend Shore is doing. Is creating the awareness and giving everybody a space. You can come with hell and brimstones and all these funny tweets that people send and all these funny. I saw someone on the speaking forum today say, "Oh, you need to start from grassroots. You need to go to this." But Shores rightfully put it straight to them. Look, if something is wrong, it's from the top. You go and fix it. You can't be going to the grassroots level again when you know that you're still going to meet people there who are actually working for the people at the top. So you've got to go to the top. So all this one saying, hey, you need to go through this, let us show us your manifesto, show us your temp, show us this, show us that. You have to ask them the question. If they tell you now to rule Nigeria, would you take it? And I bet you 9 out of 10, the answer will be yes, because everybody has the solution. But who is speaking the loudest? Who is actually creating that awareness? So if you look at Nigeria as a failed state, each one of us here, are we actually creating that awareness of what's working and what's not working and who is pushing the necessity drives for it to work? I mean, one thing that I commend Shore for constantly every day when I have these conversations with people is I look at the other politicians campaigning at the moment and making all these good noises. Anybody you bring in, I look at them. I say to one, I say to my people I'm arguing with, which one walks into the police station to release people who have been jailed, you know, unjustly? Which one of them is speaking for the average man who cannot have food to eat? Nigeria's problem is everywhere in the open space. You can go online and see the problem with our statistics. So I can give you the stats and make me look it will make me look really great. You know, I know all the stats, I know all this, I know how much we're owing, I know how much we need to service. But hey, as we're speaking, a policeman is slapping somebody. Who is saying that that is wrong? You know, who is the leader out there? Who are the political leaders going really to the grassroots? And sorry, can you mute your mic? There is a huge distortion from one of our speakers. You know, so
Sorry,
who is
I think
really?
somebody is. Please mute your mic if you're here with us. If not, we'll just take you
It's one of
to.
the speakers. His mic is up. Sorry
I'm
to cut
trying
you.
to
Sorry
figure
about
out
that.
who the person is.
Yeah, I think it's gone.
All right. Yes.
Right.
Please go ahead.
So sorry, just to keep it short again. My question now is, who are the people you look at from a leadership point of view? The leaders putting themselves out there to rule this great country. At this point in time, they have the loudest voices. Are they using it to free the guy who has been in prison unjustly yesterday? Are they using it to look for cases, that happened day before yesterday and say, let me go and release this guy. Let me go and deal with this guy. Let me go and help somebody out. No, we're all just making it again, doing the same thing we've been doing years and years and years over. Somebody comes out, it looks really interesting, it looks new, and then before you know it, we all want to follow that trend. I'm not saying vote for, this or that. No, no, no. My case is straightforward. You have to look at leadership. This is where Nigeria has failed constantly, in my opinion, for the last 40 years. Constantly, leadership has been wrong, not the political structure. That is a joke. It needs restructuring, but it's only leaders that will restructure it, leaders that actually engage with empathy. And this is why platforms like this are really needed. Ask these people to open spaces, to open engagement and see what they would say. If not just campaigning, they won't give each one of us the right to talk. They will talk for the whole 1 hour about what they can do, which is all good and square. But let's focus on empathy, and stuff like this that happen on a weekly basis, daily basis. It brings the youth together to understand where we're actually failing. That failure is key. So, I mean, to cut the long story short, I appreciate the fact that we are all Nigerians, but I think the fundamental problem that we have as Nigerians, and I'm not generalizing now, I'm being specific. Our fundamental problem as Nigerians is like we refuse to create the awareness of what and why we need leadership. Once we create that awareness, each one of us knows exactly what we want from a leader, not from a political party. Then I think maybe those concerns and those praises will be amplified. So, like I said, one of my greatest joys is listening to Nigerians, and I really hope that we can make this grow and just listen to ourselves and create that awareness going forward, which Moyle does exceptionally well. Obviously from his journalism background, he's poised to do that and he has that prowess. But when he switches to leadership, it's a joy listening to what you say. If people listen well, they will understand your message is very, very clear. Leadership has to change. Our way of leading has to change. And then we have to engage with the young people. So thank you
Thank you
for
so
giving me
much.
the
So,
opportunity. I really
maybe
appreciate it.
before you go, and you didn't
So,
ask me for this, but I just wanted to introduce your book to our readers. Our listeners. You
sure.
got to send me a copy, by the way.
I will, 100%. I just finished a book I've been writing for 7 years. It's about decision making and leadership, as you could expect. It's just how
Wow.
we make. I mean, you can even spin it into voting because it's your decisions that will determine your destiny. So based on that, I've written a book about decision making and leadership. So with those two, one of my best quotes in there is like, decisions they fit like a glove in the hands of true leaders. Who put the people first. They put empathy first. If you're a leader, you wear that glove. Your decisions will be somewhat really, really, really great. So the book is out, it's on Amazon. The audio version will be coming out next week. I've just finished the production of that with a great guy here in the UK. And guess what? It's actually targeted at Nigerians in diaspora for one particular reason. Because we are so much out here doing so many great things. Like somebody said before, Nigerians actually run the economy here. But because we don't have the right leaders back home, insecurity comes into play, poverty comes into play, the weak naira comes into play, unemployment comes into play, strengthening of our judiciary system comes into play. That is why most of us are actually scared to go back home. We're actually worried about, okay, what is on offer when we come home. But if that leadership doesn't change, then I'm sorry, we'll be out here building somebody else's economy. You can shout as much as you like from Nigeria that we're on ground, but guess what? Everybody wants to have a piece of their own personal pie now based on how they work so hard. So it's all in the book. Like I said, it's strictly for Nigerians, but mostly targeted Nigerians in diaspora because of my experiences in the diaspora. I've never one day put myself forward as a British man. I put myself forward as a Nigerian. And then the struggles I see here as well, to see how we can align that with Nigeria and look at the outside in approach. So yeah, I will send you a signed copy, please. Hopefully people get to read it and understand what it is in terms of our communication and engagement that we lack, so we can create that awareness for people to really, really see, as opposed to just trending with whatever comes. Anything that comes, we just trend with it and get our followership, and we've had our own personal clout. But the poor guy on the street who was arrested day before yesterday for maybe just someone not knowing who he was, is still there in the prison. Who's going to release him? The last time I checked, he's only Sowore doing his things. You're the only one doing those kind of things. You know, I've not seen a Peter Obi going to release somebody. I've not seen Yusuf going to release somebody. I've not seen Atiku going to the prison to say this guy was in prison unjustly. I've not seen the other one do the same thing. You're the only presidential candidate I've seen do these things now. And that gives a lot of hope and a lot of awareness to the young people if we listen to that awareness call.
Thank you
Yeah?
so much, man. Today I feel like you are the guest preacher in our church. Our church.
No,
Thanks for
I
coming
like
today.
listening to Nigerians, and I'm always here to listen and add a few nuggets. So I
Thank you.
appreciate
When I
you.
saw you, I was
Thank
like,
you.
wow, it'd be great to listen to. And I'm sure everybody who's been listening has had something to take home from your very brilliant submission here today. Thank you. So I will be personally in touch soon so that I can arrange how to get my book, and always, as we do, just share some ideas as we go into 2023 and beyond. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem at all. I mean, when you see I have a short video of the book.
Okay.
No problem. Just before I go, I have a short video of the book. If you watch it, the first 2 seconds, I'm in between the Nigerian flag, so I don't hide that as well. So thank you for your time.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I keep telling people is that the Nigerian flag had to change too. It's not very creative as far as I'm concerned. We need to design something that was like, oh, wow, that's a flag, you know. You remember there was a time we went to the World Cup and we had the best jersey. I think it was 2018 or thereabouts. We need to have the best flag too, you know. But hey, it's also on the lighter side, because sometimes you can have the best jersey and not the best players. What we need now are the best players for Nigeria. Thank you. Let me take Remite. Remite, if you're hearing me and you want to contribute, please let me know. This is the last set I'm taking because I want to close in the next few minutes. Remite, if you're not there, I'll take Wale. Wale, are you there?
Hello, my president. Good morning. It's a pleasure to
Good
be here
morning,
again.
Wale. How are you today? Happy Sunday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. It's me once again, Akinwale. I'm in the UK. I'm in Birmingham. Actually, I'm just coming back from work. I had to join as soon as I finished my night duty. I joined on my transit home, and I'm back home now. However, I want to very much align with Peters, who is also a UK-based politician, as he introduced himself earlier. And he maintained a circle that I love to maintain, which is the youth constituency, our approach, our mindset, our ideology. Our country, our home, has sent many of us on exile. I've been on my own exile in the last 7 years. I was in Dubai for 6 years, and then I recently relocated to UK to do my master's and blah blah blah. Now, it's been harsh. It's been tough. I can tell you that we are not really happy. Well, I would say for myself that it's not like we are in Uhuru or we are enjoying or we are jumping or jamboree being abroad. It's crazy here when you have to. Your life is so regimented. You are not around people that you love. I particularly left a wife of 3 months. Let me say, I particularly left a marriage that is less than 5 months old, and a wife that has 3 month pregnancy in her for me to run to Dubai about 7 years ago. That is not life. That is not what an ideal life should be like. If some of us start telling our story like Mr. Sowore would do, we realize that Nigeria has really broken its citizen to the very core. Some of us are just kind of being brave to still remain here and still talking about Nigeria. We are not supposed to talk about Nigeria anymore because our experiences before we even leave, those in diaspora, was nothing to write home about. As a graduate, you don't get job. You get the job, you are underpaid. You are being stressed. You are being stretched. You are being molested in your own country. And even when you now go outside Nigeria, like Mr. Sowore say, when you leave Nigeria, Nigeria don't leave you. I love many of your quotes. I quote you a lot because some of those things, they are short, but they are very, very concise and they hit the target. So you leave Nigeria, fine, but does Nigeria leave you? I was in Dubai. As I speak to you right now, in Dubai, you cannot have a Nigerian visa. You cannot have a visa if you're a Nigerian. I mean, a residence visa. It has been cancelled because why? The Nigeria factor. And we have people who sit in all the offices at the embassy, at the youth ambassador, they're everywhere, and they are making money and they are doing nothing. They cannot interface with their counterparts across the world. They can't engage intellectually and convincingly to speak for the cause of their people. So that's why Nigerians are suffering all over the places across the world, and government of other country will treat us like a piece of shit, and we don't have anybody speaking for us. And if we say too much, you'll be thrown somewhere or return back to Nigeria, go and be struggling there. So because of that, we have meant to live a less than even second class lifestyle abroad. Just keep your mouth shut. You are being oppressed, molested, you don't talk because you don't want to get into trouble, because nobody's going to speak for you. But you touch a Chinese in Nigeria, you touch an American in Nigeria, you will see the government rise. About last 2 years or 2 years ago, America sent SWAT to Nigeria to come and rescue an American that was kidnapped in the creek. They went there in the night, they got the guy out, the guy landed in America, they showed him and they let us know this guy is just released. But how many Nigerians are in jails, are in captivities, and all over the world? They don't even talk about them. Nobody even asks about them and everything. So when you look at all of this, it's so disheartening. And then you have a man who, for the last 30 years or more, has been speaking on this one truth, has been charting this particular course, and we are the decision-making point, and we relegate that person to the subject of ridicule and talk nonsense about him, and then we are shouting obedience up and down, and there's some people articulating while some are batting up and down. I weep for Nigerian youth, because at the end of the day, these are the same people, and I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility, without prejudice. These are the same people that will come to your DM and be asking for Gen 2K. They will beg you for money, they won't even wait for your response, they will put account number. They won't even ask you your capacity, they will put the amount. They won't even know if you have it, they will tell you the time they need it. The same people. And now you are trying to tell them, this is the road, let's follow it. So that you will stop asking for your 2K, but you make your own 2K for yourself. Have an environment, an economy that can put your urgent 2K in your own pocket with dignity. They will tell you no. They want to go after the bat. They want to sing articulation. Now, their obedient man has already brought another Abuki to come and be is this thing. Now, I don't have issues about the Abuki man, but when you go and look at, I think it was Reno with his loud mouth that just released one of the man's tape. I think I saw it on Twitter, where the man said he should kill people who are the LGBTQ community. Now that was a gay marriage, people should be executed. So you can imagine that a man who has such a kind of intolerance towards people of a different orientation already, so you will think on the face value that they know what they are doing. But when you search a little bit deep into their matter, you discover that they are also as empty as their predecessors. But there is a man that has been around in the last 30-something years, and nobody has been able to pin one thing on the negative upon him, which means that what we are looking for in Nigeria is actually within us, it's around us, but we are blind to seeing it. Why? Because of a plate of porridge that we're going to eat today, and tomorrow we're going to purge. So it's painful. And I'm being very, very emotional, because sometimes you feel you can just change Nigeria, you can just put brain inside these people's head, and they just allow them to just see things from the angle that a common sense person should see it. But unfortunately, when you talk, they attack you. When you give opinion, they come at you. They go into your DM, they call you names, they go into your comment section, they do all sorts of things. Sometimes they mock you. When I post your page, your poster on my page, like, this man I trust, this man I want, I wasn't when they just put laughter. They are making jest of me and all that. But I saw somebody wrote something on my page. He said, though it's funny, but I love your consistency. Because I've not changed my confession in the last 7 years or so. Because I don't know what I'll be looking for again when I can see salvation. I would rather vote a Sowore and waste the vote. And I will go with the clean conscience that I did what I feel is right in my heart. And posterity will also speak for me. Or rather, than to say I want to follow the crowd. On the last note, for you to understand that Nigeria is already doomed, I was a card carrying member. Well, not card, I wasn't registered, but I was participating at the grassroots level in my community in Ikotu many years ago before Buhari came in. And during the campaign period, a man come outside and said our ward leader was telling us that we should go and vote Olamilekan Yayi. Well, I'm an APC member, so at that time maybe ACN. Then he said we should vote him, he should come in as a returning House of Rep then. But his campaign message was that nobody goes to his house with tears and come out with that tear that will make them happy. Now, even though I was in that group, that day I questioned that man. I said, how can you tell me that people go into his house and come out laughing with tears and come out laughing? Was his job to make individual laugh or to make the community or this constituency as a whole laugh? No good school in our constituency, no good road, nothing he has done. But he will go there every once in a week. He will stand on this balcony or something and be sharing money to people. And you want people to go and be queuing up. This is a mentality we are trying to heal. We were there at the voting point when I was taking this man on. He said, you are one of us. We can't be. I said, no. I'm not one of us to the point of stupidity. I was only thinking that we have something that we can present to the people. But if this is part of what you want me to be telling my people to come and vote for, I will not do that. That we are talking about a place where we can have leaders that will be responsible grossly based on their office, not from their pockets. Because the money is sharing, is his money. It's not the same community money and constituent money that is supposed to use to develop. Now it will stand outside as a messiah and be sharing for people who say they can't pay their school fees for their children. It will give them money and they will queue up and they're like a magic kind of system. Is that what you want to do in Lagos? If he had fixed public schools, do anybody need to go to private school that they can't pay for and be begging him? They'll just take their children to the good public schools. So let's campaign and say the right things. But that was the year I knew that Nigeria is going nowhere, because then I was pointed at, I was criticized and everything, and I went out of politics. And even then, I decided to leave Nigeria
Why?
together.
Why should you? Because you're
Yeah,
criticized?
Thank you very much.
You're an unstable element, man.
Oh, I think she didn't know she was online. Thank you, Wiley. Osayeme, can you take it away, please?
Good morning, Mr. President, and good morning, everyone. My name is Osayeme Charles, a regular speaker in this platform. I'm speaking from Kuwait.
Yes.
First of all,
Welcome
I want to
again,
appreciate our president, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. I want to say Sowore is ahead of Nigerian young men and youth in ideology, in vision, and in truth. That is why anything Sowore says, whether we like it or not, is still what we come to embrace. Sowore speak about revolution. They mock him, they crucified him. Everybody say, why should he say so? But I'm surprised today, everybody is campaigning with revolution, even the APC that crucified Sowore more. Sowore talk about cannabis, we laughed at him, but today, cannabis is the capital market of the world now. And the reason why all those things are happening is because Nigeria is an oppressive society. I will say so. Everybody is oppressing Nigeria. The politicians are oppressing Nigeria. The religious body are oppressing Nigerians. The celebrities are oppressing Nigerians. And even the common men are oppressing themselves. And because of this, Nigeria have come to assimilate oppression to the extent that if you don't even oppress them, they will be angry with you. That's why you see Nigerians like Mr. Sowore said, J.J. Rawlings understood Nigeria very well. That is why he said, Mr. Sowore, you people are the ones that are supposed to be leading Nigeria. But Nigerians are in love with their oppressors. And that's just the truth matter of it. The reason why people are working against Sowore, it is deliberate. You people will not understand why all those things are happening to Sowore. They know that Mr. Sowore have been consistent in doing what is right. It is the same Sowore yesterday is still the same Sowore today, and it will still be the same Sowore. I can vouch for that. Sowore represents truth, and he cannot compromise. And Nigeria find it difficult to accept that truth. They find it difficult to accept that somebody can just be real like that. Nothing they can find against him. That's why they know that if the truth and the real person is in power, most of them, they will not thrive the way they are thriving today. The politicians are afraid because they know that if Sowore should come into power, they might not be able, to use the same power they are using to oppress people. Even the celebrities, they benefit from these politicians. They know Sowore will not allow such. The press people, if you look at what is going on now, they are presenting 3 candidates. They purposely exempted Sowore.
Deliberate. Yes.
It's deliberate. That's what I'm saying. It's deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are doing all those things. Hello, are you with me, sir?
I'm here. I'm listening to you.
All of them are doing all those things because they know that the moment Mr. Sowore gained that momentum, Nigerian brain will reset and they will lose it all. Look at whether they like it or not, revolution is staring at their face. They cannot escape it. They cannot. Mr. Sowore is just being consistent, and that is one thing I love him about. I love you with all my heart. I follow you every time, to the extent that people now, if they want to talk about Sowore, they have nicknamed me Sowore. Because I know that what you represent is just the truth. That's why I said you are ahead of every one of us. Why? Number one, if you look at what is going on now, whether they like it or not, what you have said to them is staring at them. Truth, no matter how you paddle light, truth will always be ahead. Somebody like Brother Mike, he campaigned. He campaigned for Obi. He never mentioned Sowore for once. But when Brother Mike got into trouble, it was the same Sowore that stood up and ensured Brother Mike get his freedom. Immediately he got his freedom, his brain reset, and the guy began to speak the truth. The same people, they went after him. Because I told you Nigeria is an oppressive system. Because some people are benefiting from it. They begin to threaten this guy. If you do this, if you don't do that, the guy changes his mind again. Another person is getting into trouble. Even the same Reno, those people will not speak against this. Peter Obi is saying if he gets into power, he will forgive all the people that have stolen our wealth. Peter Obi went to meet Wike. Peter Obi commemorates with this person that wanted to organ person's body. Those are the people that are his friends. Whether we like it or not, it doesn't have anything to do with the poor people. It doesn't have anything to do with the masses. He doesn't care about. The only person that care about the people is Mr. Omoyele Sowore. And they know that if they should allow Omoyele Sowore to gain momentum, all of their oppressive system, all of their oppressive instincts will die naturally, and Nigerians will gain that freedom that they so much desire. Mr. Sowore, my only advice for you is for you to continue to be consistent.
Yes.
Don't, like you advise us, you said we should never apologize to anything that we done that is truthful, whether we are being oppressed or not. And I take that. And lastly, I want to say this. AAC is the party for the future. I want to let every one of us to understand this. We have a role to play. Let's stop saying Mr. Omoyele should go to the grassroots. Every one of us represent the grassroots. Speak to the people, especially the people that are contesting. There are so many people that are of the age of 18 years old that have not registered. This is what Obama did. Obama concentrated on the people that have not, the people that they have not really get to. Go to those people. If you can, if one person can take it to say 100 people I want to work on 18 years in my community, 18 to 21 years old, take it upon yourself. It will also benefit you. We that are in diaspora, what I used to do, my own people, I have about 10, 20 people that I can speak to directly, that they are benefiting from me. I told them, I said, look, 10 of you, I want you to have 5 people that you can speak to. Don't worry, I will continue to play my part in your life. Don't go with the crowd. Don't go with the trends. Just make sure you stand with the truth. It will benefit you. It will benefit your children. And that's what they are doing. Diaspora, play your part. People at home, play your part. Omoyele have been playing his part. He has given us the platform. He has been the one standing for us. He has been doing all those things. Let us also play our part so that together we can liberate ourselves together. What happened in Sri Lanka is not surprising. Sri Lanka people, they are not like Nigerians that, you can easily manipulate it. Once they say no, they say no. I feel Nigeria is not a space system. It's not a fake country, but Nigeria only failed in leadership. We still have the resources and we still have the humanity to make Nigeria great. And I know with time, Nigeria will get there, and Mr. Omoyele will lead us to that promised land. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Osaya, man. Appreciate all you have to say. And, truth can be very impulsive at times, but it's also the most constant thing. It's as constant as a northern star. And I appreciate that, what you have to say. This is an amazing space for me. I think it was Mackinley that was saying it, that when you come here, you feel the sanity that is missing from when you're elsewhere. And like someone said, this is all the strategy. And I'll be saying it, this idea that you should go and overwhelm people, make them believe that black is white, is a strategy, is a political strategy. All you need to do, and you listen to me, is don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in hysteria. You speak your mind. You discover that after a while, everybody that was either recruited or brought in along will start realizing, wait a minute, is this the truth? Do these people stand for us? Do they not stand for us? But I also want to say that I have no sense of entitlement, in terms of Nigeria political system. If Nigeria gets better today, I'll probably also not be one of the most people to enjoy it, because I don't even have a car to drive if there's a good road. I don't sleep in more than one room if there's electricity. I don't need to go to university anymore if there's education. I don't need to, if there are good hospitals, of course, I would love to have nice doctors. But it's also not a lie that if the country is beautiful, I would prefer to be in Nigeria than to be staying in America where it's cold 6 months in a year. My wife must not hear this. I love to be here, or to be able to go and come back, to be able to go from here to Kaduna, go from here to Kano, Bauchi, where, by the way, you have some of the best, tourism centers on the continent of Africa, the Yankari Game Reserve. Most of you have never heard about it before. Go to my village where there's a lake and just swim inside of it, maybe once a day or twice, fish inside there, live in a country that has great weather and doesn't have too many natural disasters. The only disaster facing Nigeria is leadership. It's a pandemic around here. It's more than all the pandemics combined together. So thank you, Saya, man. I want to take Akwodono. Akwodono, I apologize. I'm going to just start limiting everybody else to 30 seconds to 1 minute so that we can wrap up. Hello, Akwodono. Are you there? You have removed your microphone, which means you can hear me, but we can't hear you. All right. Akere Le, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Good morning.
Please take it away. 30 seconds, please. I need to wrap up.
All right. First of all, I'd like to thank you for your consistency. I'm speaking from Jos, so because of the limited time, I just like to encourage everybody.
Fantastic Joss, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have to
I
reach out to each other and see how we can work together there.
Of course, I'd like to just encourage everybody. Let's keep doing what we are doing. I'm usually on Twitter most times, but I just came in for the broadcast, and then we've been organizing spaces on Twitter. We're making our presence known, and let's keep doing it. Let's forget about being the victims. Let's start taking actions.
Exactly. No, that's a good point you just raised there. A lot of people were reaching out to me about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, and they're feeling like they're victims. Oh, they have overwhelmed. It's like, no, there's nothing like that. Just stay where you are. Make sure you don't run away. State your position. What the people you say are overrunning you or overwhelming you are doing is using a political strategy, or even a military strategy called shock and awe. Just make you feel so confused that you can't take a stand or remain where you are or disappear altogether.
Yeah.
If it works on you, well, go ahead, please.
Yeah, that's just it. I would just like everybody else to talk. Let's just be encouraged and keep doing what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate it, and happy Sunday to you. Iroju, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today? Happy Sunday to you.
Same to you, sir. Yeah.
So go ahead. 30 seconds now.
Okay. I am very happy to be part of this discussion. Yeah, it's a great one. And I really want to thank you for this consistency. Everybody have been mentioning it. So I really appreciate it. And I'm very, 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 happy for this that you have been doing for the past years. And I want to tell you that this you are doing is actually, like what some people said, give birth to this movement of obedience. And it's happening this way because of some reasons that, nobody knows anyway, because of some reasons. But I don't know, probably majorly, maybe because of the marginalization that everybody is talking about the East, that is the Southeast. So probably that is why they decided to pick Obi. But I believe you are the one that the people are supposed to pick for this obedient movement. And your revolution and your consistency gave birth to this movement of the obedience. So because of the short time we have, I'm very happy, and I will beg you to please, because they have tried all means to make sure they want you to keep quiet. They don't want you to orientate the people. They don't want you to do what you're doing so that the people will not know the real things that they're supposed to have, or the enjoyment or the dividends of democracy that we're supposed to enjoy in the country. So that is what they have been trying to do. But with what you're doing and with the little support that we can give to you at the moment, I know for sure that you are going to be strong and they'll continue in this good job so that we can, get to that promised land. And I know one day, because when you continue this way, like what is happening now, suddenly everybody is awake. Everybody is awake, and they said it's Obi they want. And everybody is talking, saying the same thing you have been saying, that PDP and APC should disappear in this country, that we don't want them. And that is why now they are now standing up in support of Obi to make sure we put an end to obedience, put an end to APC and PDP. So we pray that it will happen. But one thing I'm really considering, I don't know, because I know you have great passions and great reasons for anything you are doing. I've been following you carefully, that anything you are doing, you are very, very, you have your reasons. And sometimes the reasons are far, beyond, what we can just think and say, oh, I think you should do like this. By the time you say it, I'll say, oh, wow, so this is your reason. So now, if the youth are coming out in the whole of the country, probably supporting Obi at the moment, and I want to believe that this is coming very close to also your own vision, that PDP and APC should be eradicated, that they should leave the political space, so that other parties like especially this AAC and you should come in. But if you are not coming at the moment, and you're the same youth that you have given this orientation to be able to stand up, if not your revolution, your movement, I know for sure that even this obedient movement cannot come up at this moment. So if it's happening at this moment this way, I don't know how, because, okay, I was talking to some friends recently. I was telling them about Sowore, and I was telling them about the movement of obedience. And they said, why are you not joining this obedient movement? I now told them, because after I was trying to listen to you concerning this obedient movement, and I heard you when you said something in one of your videos that you don't want you don't want to affiliate yourself with anybody that has any traces or any this thing with PDP or APC. And Obi was a governor in Anambra State for 8 years under the PDP. So I now
under
APGA. Okay, under APGA. Yes, under APGA.
But let's be wrapping up, please.
Okay.
Let's go
straight. I said, oh, is that the reason why probably you don't really want to do with him? But it's still something I'm still considering and also thinking about every day. If possible, that even if we are not getting there at the moment, is it possible on how we can push this PDP and APC out? Because this BAT and the article is what must not happen to Nigeria.
Okay, I know you're having difficulties arriving at what you wanted to say. You see, okay, my position is better justified even now. It was informed and it's still informed by what I know politically. And as at the time I started opposing them, I had not even known that Obi was going to join Labour Party. I went to Labour Party political conference and stated openly, Mimiko was there. And Mimiko, I heard, was one of the people that brought Obi to Labour Party. I saw him, he was there grandstanding. Before, they wouldn't want me to speak. Before I spoke, I think they ensured that he had left, because I'm sure they knew that I was boiling inside. And I spoke to the Labour parties at Yaradua Center, this political commission of the TUC. I said, my problem with Labour Party is that it has become an orphanage for internally displaced politicians. 2 months after, Obi joined Labour Party. From where? PDP. After Obi joined Labour Party member was an APC member. That's a Labour Party member who's an APC member. Was running, I think, in Yobe State under the APC. So the Labour Party itself is not a party with workers or ideology, the Labour Party of today. And then, as if to prove me right, when Obi was going to pick his vice, he picked a former PDP member as well, who was contesting as recently as, I think, 2 months ago in Kaduna. So when I tell you I don't want to have anything to do with PDP, I am very serious. I'm clear about it, that day and light cannot commingle. If Obi wins today, who do you think is in power? It's the PDP, completely. He will just go there, bring back his friends. Already they're having problems in Labour Party, even where they had already done primaries for original Labour Party members. The PDP members have been brought in to dislodge them, places like Lagos. Because what the PDP has done strategically is to be running under 2 political parties at this point. The APC is running under APC and probably partly under SDP. The PDP is running under PDP and partly running under Labour Party. Quote me anywhere, any day. So if you want to be part of PDP coming to power as a rejuvenated party under Labour Party, you are free to go and join them. And I'm not saying it to disrespect you. I'm just saying it as my own truthful position. Are you getting me? But if you don't want to have anything to do with PDP and APC, quote me anywhere. If you don't want to join it, if you believe that these parties are bad parties, then if you are in Labour Party, you are still in PDP. Quote me any day, anywhere. You are still going to have darkness after 2023. There's nobody who can convince me otherwise, because I know them. And part of the reason why you see that they always after whatever I say is because they know I know them. And so many of the things I've said are coming to pass. Like my prediction that the Labour Party will become an orphanage for internally displaced politicians. Let me tell you, 2 weeks before Mr. Obi came to the Labour Party, his people, his campaigners were saying that they were inviting me that I should come and join PDP because Obi will win the primaries there. I was telling them, if there's even a statement I made that they screenshot and they're sharing amongst us, I said, me go join PDP because of anybody. Whereas they knew at that time that they would lose at the PDP. So you, as you are here today, if I joined PDP 3 months ago or 4 months ago, when everybody was saying that Obi will win under PDP, would you respect me if I come later and say, no, we are no longer in PDP, I tear their card, we are now in Labour Party? Would you have any respect for me? But didn't I tell you then that even in PDP, ask anybody who's close to me, I say he cannot get 2 votes in PDP because he cannot match them when it comes to wuru politics. So I just want to put that out there, that there's nothing to be envious about. If you are convinced about your political ideology, stay where you are. Come rain or sunshine. There's a difference between an ideologically sound political party and Olosho party. I call Labour Party orphanage. I'm telling you, it's also an Olosho party. The Labour Party will sleep with anyone that has money. Bring it to Labour Party. If you like, be coming from the Devil's National Party. They will accept you. Because the Labour Party of today is not an ideologically sound political party. That is why in Yobe, their candidate is APC candidate. In Adamawa, their candidate is probably like PDP, or they are opposed to one guy who is also a member of the Labour Party because he hasn't paid the right price. My position. This is my position, Roger. Thank you very much. Let me take Abiodun.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
I am a Fugeo.
How are you?
So, yeah. It's been a while that I've been following this, your platform. And I think this is my first time to speak. As a youth, though I just came back from work, though, because I was in night.
Where are you reaching us from?
I'm reaching from Mowe, Wibafu, in Ogun State, precisely.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it has been a while that I've been following you. I think 2018, if I guess right. Nigeria of today is something else. You can hardly see people who will come out to speak the truth, like the way you are doing now. For a very long time, we have been looking for someone who can stand by the truth and hold his ground. And we think some of us know that we have seen the light, because the book of the Bible says, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. When we know the truth, I think we should follow it. And especially like some of us who have like mind, and I've seen that the truth is in you, and we have no option but to follow the truth. Like I always tell in any social media platform that I find myself, that if my vote, if I'm supposed to be the only one that will vote my vote will be for AAC and Omoyele Sowore, and nothing will change it. So I can never be discouraged. I can never, look back and focus. As an engineering personnel, we know what is going on ground. You work for most of these private organization and you are underpaid. Most of these foreigners, they come here, they do anyhow, because we are focused, we know where we are going, and a new Nigeria is actually coming. And believe you me, the time is very close and it is near. We are seeing it already. What the political class are afraid of is already here. They can't escape it. The revolution will sweep them off. Thank you for giving me such an opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Abiodun.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Jenny. Jenny, are you there?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You are the last person today before we say the
Good
grace.
morning, everyone. I'm reaching you guys from Germany.
You're welcome. Good morning and happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday to you, sir, and happy Sunday to everyone. So first, I want to ask one question, yeah?
Yes.
They post something about Renomokria, and then you come out, you try to ask people, please, to drop everything. Then I now ask, my question this morning, how did God create you? That is what I want to ask. I don't know. Because Renomokri always come against you, many of them, but still yet, you are fighting for this man. That is why I said this morning, I want to ask publicly, how did God create you?
Well, I understand the question you're asking, but what I'm saying here today, if you have been listening to me, sums it up.
Yeah.
When people gang up against me, and I said to you, for 4 years that Renomokri talked about me, I never replied maybe one that once. And it's to clarify that what he's saying is not true. And to tell people that the truth will prevail one day, And I'm still alive and the truth has prevailed. And what has prevailed in the truth is that all he has cooked up against me, said it, well, they were not true. And it has come to pass that they are not true. You see, one of the things you should understand about Renomokri is that this is what he does. And even Peter Obi himself has benefited from his style. In 2019, he campaigned for Peter Obi using the same strategy. So now that he doesn't agree with Peter Obi anymore, should we kill him? No.
No. Yeah.
No, we shouldn't kill anybody because they have political differences. In 2019, Renomokri probably did more than this for Peter Obi. You see pictures of them together, videos of them. If Renomokri feels that Peter Obi is no longer his candidate, nobody should kill him. That's my position. The fact that he has had differences with me in the past is not the reason for me to join people who are against him for political reasons. No. Even recently, I think as recently as 2 months ago, when I criticized Obi, Renomokri did a video attacking me. Because, yes, he did a video as recently as a month or 2 months ago where he said, you see, Sowore is jealous of Peter Obi. Did I reply him? No. But the moment I noticed that the mob is after him because he has political differences, I have a duty to intervene on his behalf. You understand? So that his rights are protected. That is what leaders do. If I become the president of Nigeria, he will be president of all those that vote for you and those who don't vote for you. You are not going to demarcate Nigeria and say, unlike Buhari, who said that because the Igbos didn't vote for him, they don't deserve, they call them 5%. You now send soldiers, operation this, operation that against them because they didn't vote for you. That is why Nigeria is in turmoil today. Had Buhari been a leader, he wouldn't have made that statement, number one. Secondly, he would have reconciled the disagreements that even IPOB had with Nigeria, because IPOB is not the first organization to come and say they want self-determination. MASOB is there. How is it that Obasanjo they were able to resolve with MASOB? How was it that Yar'Adua was able to resolve the differences the Niger Delta militant had against Nigeria? And they just kind of went and laid low. It's leadership. And I'm not praising these guys as leaders. They are not leaders. But even in their their little knowledge, they resolve some of these conflicts. So I never hated Reno Omokri before, even though he did what he did, said all kinds of things. He did videos. He almost virtually every
I
week.
was short of words, really, when I see your
Yeah,
post
so,
here.
but we cannot kill him because of that. You know, I will not go and demolish his house if he's in Nigeria because he criticized. If, and I keep saying it, if Obi becomes Nigeria's president today, so many of the people who are supporting him now will be against him. Are you going to kill them?
No.
Exactly.
Exactly, sir.
They deserve to state their political preference and not be harassed or harangued or destroyed. If Buhari shut down Twitter because of what people are doing to him in Twitter, and all of you were opposed to Buhari when he shut down Twitter or shut down his comment section, if you are now trying the same thing, you are not different from Buhari as far as I'm concerned. You are not different from Buhari.
Exactly, sir.
Some of the people who are against Reno now used to praise Reno. In fact, they were his supporters. When Reno raised a petition against Buhari that had 1 million signatories. I think as recently as 6 months ago on the same change.org. So Reno knows how to write petition. He has supporters, and these are some of his supporters. But why did they turn against him? The same method he used that attract them he's using it on someone that is close to them. And because of that, they don't want to hear from him anymore. They want him to disappear into the horizon. That kind of politics should be discouraged in our system. And this ties with what somebody was saying, or some people were saying in this conversation today before we wrap up, that so many Nigerians, not all of us, actually hate oppression only because oppression is not favoring them, or they are not the one oppressing. That there is an oppressive spirit in so many of our citizens. They would love to be Buhari. That's why sometimes you have to be careful who they are jealous of. Because sometimes their jealousy derives from the fact that they want to be that person that they really make you hate. And it's another reason, listen to me, that don't let anybody push you to hate somebody you don't know. If you want to hate on your own. Don't let anybody line you up and say, this is the person I want you to hate. And you now start hating on the person for no reason. So many of them you don't know. Some people will just come online and insult somebody's father, mother, for no reason. The father did not offend you, the mother did not offend you, the children did not offend you. Why would you treat them like that? So that's the lesson to learn from the Reno Omokri issue. But the most important thing is that his rights must be protected. His rights to have political differences, to freely speak on political matters, must be protected. That's why I jumped to his defense. Somebody was mentioning Brother Mike. I didn't know who Brother Mike. I didn't even know whether Brother Mike supported me or not. But the moment I saw DSS go and pick him up, I know if we are not careful with him, we may not see him before the next election. I mean, until after the election. They did it to DJ Adeyanju in 2019. Like joke. If we don't get this guy out now, he will just rot in the moment they move him from Benin to Abuja. He's gone for a while. I know the way the DSS people operate. It doesn't, even after he got out of detention, I never reached out. I've never spoken to Brother Mike before because I'm not doing it to be friends with him. I'm doing it because he's a citizen who should enjoy rights and privileges that are accorded citizens in our laws, or natural laws, or international laws. That is what drew me to him. The pastor I was asking after yesterday, so many people have reached out to me, my dear, the pastor is against you. Why should you go and fight for it? I don't know who's against me or who's for me, but I am for everybody's rights. Whether you like me or not, you don't deserve to be killed because you don't like me. You don't deserve to be shut down because you don't like me. No. People talk about my page. Why don't you block people? There have been friends of mine who said, just give me your password. I want to block all your enemies. I said, when you block all my enemies, What about my friends who will turn my enemy? Before you know it, I'll have nobody left on my page. If you go to my page, the Tinubu people resume in the morning, Buhari people will take over. Now Peter Obi people will take over. The Atiku people are there. You know, anybody that I've spoken against have a particular set of groups of people who stay on my page, just so that they can't. Even when I'm not doing anything against them, that grudge that has been given to them, that is having their mind, they are there just going after me simply because I have always spoken the truth and I've touched all their people. As I tell people, I am an equal opportunity offender, but my targets are not, innocent people, but the oppressive class who made Nigeria look like this. So, Jenny, that's my explanation, and I want to thank you this Sunday for coming on. I also thank you for your great support to the party and the movement and everything you do.
Thank you very much, sir. So my last submission to everybody here, sir, because can I say one thing, sir?
Go ahead.
If I'm allowed. Yeah. So this is our service, our Sunday service. Yeah, because when you go to church on Sunday, you are there to receive anointing, to be baptized, or to repent. So if Nigeria has happened to you, in any way, Nigeria has happened to you, because Nigeria has happened to me before I left. So if Nigeria has happened to you, not that we just come here, we talk, we do this, let's go out, as one of our brother and one of our sisters say, talk to 5 people, to 2 people. Let's give this message out. No matter the oppressor, we will get there if we really want a new Nigeria. Supporting Sowore, you are not supporting Sowore, you are supporting yourself. If you need a new Nigeria, if Nigeria have happened to you, you are supporting yourself, your generation, one generation yet to born. That is all I have to say. So enjoy the Sunday service.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Yeah.
And on this Sunday and in this our service, I like to always greet our members. Those of you who know what to do, you know what to do. I think we will pin our accounts so that you can continue to support the movement and the party. We have no apologies whatsoever for asking for transparent support, because we don't have godfathers and grandfathers and all these thieves supporting our party. So we rely on people like you. Please continue to support us. I want to thank our listeners this morning and our members of this great movement, and those who are joining us all later this evening. We will likely have the couch, which is the video version of this great movement preachment to you. Oxley Kwene, thank you. Ike Movon, Tosin Asaolu, Mama Esther, Luide Adewale Adeniji, D Black, Akintoye, thank you. Crown Cool Laredo, I can't thank you enough. You're like special to us. Prince Adewumi A3, thank you. Olasukwad Abdusalami Adisa, thank you. Ryan Manasseh, thank you. Molara Alagbala, I'm thanking you with both of my hands put together for the Abiodun Sanusi, thank you. Gaddafi Salam, Emmanuel Larry, great guys. Michael Ihe Korete, Idehe, thank you. Oyewole, thank you. Solomon Lagoke, thank you. Jegede Oladapo, Toby Loba, thank you. Temitope Oluyomi, thank you. Kolakpo Gemileke Felix, thank you. Suna Shagari, oh man, great guy there. Thank you for joining us today. Jide Tai Shodende, thank you. Mbachu Chimeze, thank you. Buki Abidoye, thank you. Sayeme Charles, thank you. Chima Wafada Onyodo Chikezie, thank you. Michael Ojediron, thank you. Femi Johnson, Abel One, Abiodun Akinaji, Ayo Atobatele, thank you very much. Coming to our service today. Oluwadurotimi Daudu, Badaru Yusuf, Jacinta Obaro Irene, Omokola Wole, Israel Cole. You spoke earlier. Thank you very much for dropping some great messages out there today. Solomon Kajola, Uzenabo, Daniel Ehinobe, thank you. Taufik Adetunji Adebowale, Adebobola Oliver Quinn, Momo, thank you. Victor King, Bidemi Bamidele, Baba Frayo Igwe, Ademola Adebanjo, Dan Cover, Geoffrey Forward, Olufunsho Adepoju, Osaro, Augustine Osaibofo, thank you. Oluwaseun Johnson Akinlade. Joe, thank you, it's regular. Teluo Salt Adebowale, thank you. May you never go bitter. Akimbami Imodoye Sylvester, thank you. The Guy Band, thank you. Anthony Obina, thank you, my brother. Kenneth Richuku Obodo, thank you. Felix Omori, Petrovic Oluwaseyi Fumi, solid guy out there, doing a great job, thank you. Adejumon Daniel, Fidelix Peter, Ashilolo, thank you. Alabi Ulubenga, Reward Piano, thank you. Isaac Matthew Barrow, thank you. Shola Martins, Ogunleye, Engineer Kingsley Pabzo, Godwin Jack Uzoka, thank you. Sophia Sheikh, thank you. Ivor, thank you. Makash White, Oizuide, thank you. Peter Ike, Victoria Panashi, Mama Ebu Abimbola Durodola, wow, you did fantastic today, thank you. Apostle Michael Omoko, thank you. Amuda Mujib, thank you very much. Ola Sukomi Ogunremi, Tiz Senimboga, Boga, thank you. Oluwafemi Raf, additional Tosin, thank you. Faith Idabason, thank you. Frederick Imebore, thank you. Drogba Jr., thank you. Charles Fred Igbinedo, Ajakaye Gilbert, Zutin Dinho, Sly Normal Level, Ononivani Ami Temi, Wise Mario, Adiyemi Salim Ganiyu, Gabriel Sampson Hayendu, Emma Vin, Francis Osamu, Raphael Park, Adebayo Tauret, Onyelola, Christian Akeme, thank you. Amuson Oluwafemi Adeleke Temitope Oluwakayode Clement, Sax, thank you. Paul Omofuwa, Abdul Jalil Olamide, Joseph Huangwo, thank you. Inwehu Gift Joshua, Anike Fasan Chumoke, Ajay, Essen Ohehe, Ocean, Ricardo, The Fruit, Gwomson Dauda Giwa Jos, Akini Shola, Nnamdi Obode China, Paul Emmanuel, Hey Why, thank you. Isaac Ladi Dadi, Shakiru Akanji, Akintoye, Marvelous Shinozo Undimelechi, thank you. Ojo Matthew, Daniel Adeoye, Eagle Lisham, Israel, Adewumi Sunday, Desio, Ukeme Etoka Pan, thank you. Victor Ugwaja, Romeo Holmes, Olumewa Oyewole, Olas Adigs, Remy Adeboye, Aid Okorele, Ayo Adeboye, SK, you spoke earlier, thank you. Oromi Charles Monet, that's a great musician out there. Have a happy Sunday to you. Tunde Samson, KTS, yes. Shadi Vlogs TV, thank you. Real Life Usembo. Atairo Jimmy from Germany, thank you so much, brother. Ebore Mislai, Kola Olayole Tikare, Joseph Hassan, oh man, interesting name. John Okoedo, Afiz Adebanjo Leon Saka, Aremu Adekunle, Obedience Fizi, young, talented Obedience. Thank you so much. Osumola Kojovi, Saddam Alam, Paul Rees, Adeko Adewale, Netufo Tumide, Sunday Adesanya Ojomo, Batus Tundes on Lajide Samuel Tai, and all the speakers who spoke today, and some of them are not around, particularly Solomon Alito and Temito, Titi Lope, that lady who spoke powerfully earlier. Thank you all for joining us today. We will be back next week again, I think same time. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, but we'll be back here again, and we'll talk to you again and hear you out and take your questions. If you didn't get a chance to speak this week, course, next week is available. But while we're at it, please go back to work. Keep pushing. Don't give up. We're closer to our destination, and don't be scared. Don't be afraid. We're not new to this. If you're not afraid of, the military, the police, Buhari, and all the shenanigans, this is not the time to be fearful at all. I want to thank all of you once again for coming. My name is Omoyele Sowore. I'm a candidate in the 2023 election, the only candidate that gets to talk to you personally, not through third parties, because I have nothing to fear and I have a lot to say all the time and a lot to learn from you. Have a beautiful Sunday, and see you later in the day. Have a nice day, and talk to you soon. Bye.